What it do?
Ahoy!
What is up? Good Friday. Hope everybody's having a nice little day. It is so nice out there.
Yeah, it is
Jason,
gorgeous.
I mean, I have to point that out.
A perfect early spring. When does spring start? When do we spring?
I don't know. You sound even worse today.
I know, dude. My
What's the
voice
matter with
is. I told you, I've been sick for like a month straight.
Yeah.
But not sick enough to like
Are
be
you dying?
sick. No, but
Are you sure?
I don't know what to make of it. This is the third time I've been sick since the start of the year, but none of them have been. They're not like where they put me down. I'm sick. I feel kind of cruddy. My voice is gone, but
You sure you don't have esophageal cancer?
it's a very real possibility at this point. I don't know. I got something going on, but you can't just keep taking antibiotics. And so eventually,
Why not?
You're just like, well, I mean, this is what it is.
We loaded up in Mexico.
On the old antibodies.
Well, we just brought them back.
Yeah.
You know,
That's not good for you.
those should be over the counter.
I am often surprised at the things that, like, who is hoarding antibiotics? The other one is, like, pet meds, like prescription pet food. Who is trying to get their hands on illegal prescription pet food? Like, what do we do?
That's a thing?
That's a thing, yes.
So it's locked?
Yeah, you have to get a prescription for it.
Or, I mean, not locked. Well, I mean, sometimes things are even locked, like in the aisles, you know?
Well, no, you have to go to the vet.
But, yeah, like you need a prescription.
Yes. So you're telling me that the vet needs to I have to go pay a vet to say, buy this food, which you probably buy from the vet. What?
Just toss me those Kleenex, if you will.
Okay.
Thank you.
You all right over there?
Because I'm great.
Yeah. I was like, you were pointing. I was like, should I be aware of something?
Well, you didn't need to point it out on the air, but
No.
that's okay.
I was confused.
You're a professional.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah. Like, why do I need, like, who is trying to get their hands
Yeah.
on illegal pet meds?
Maybe Jody Allen?
I don't know. Like when my dog, like you get, like the dog gets worms, you have to go to the vet to get a prescription. What, I can't buy over-the-counter dewormer? As if some rogue dog coming off the street is trying to make dog meth with, I get why you have to have human prescriptions. But last time I checked, my dog's not trying to go in and get illegal meds to sell on the street for extra cash so that he can, like, I don't know, go hump something. And the whole vet racket. It's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what, I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
You run for office, I'm signing your newsletter.
Yeah, pet meds.
Or signing up for your newsletter.
Pet meds, all just over the counter. And you know what? If a human can get into some pet meds, that's on you. I don't care. Because that's the only thing that makes sense, is that humans are trying to get their hands on them. And it's not that hard to get your hands on pet meds if you are a human. So just, let's eliminate some steps.
I hear you.
No. But I apologize for the...
You're apologizing to us?
the harassment. You're going to get a lot.
All right.
I got a lot of mucinex going on right now. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Dan Lanning once said that sickness is a choice. Yes, it is. What am I going to do anyways? Like sit around and watch The Price is Right?
I think that's over.
Combine.
Yeah, The Price is Right is like mid-morning.
Yeah. But I can watch the
And then
Combine
you get-
sitting in here.
Don't you get like the, what do you call those things?
The
Like,
soaps.
soaps.
Yeah.
Then you get the soaps. Then you get the daytime talk shows.
Yeah.
And then you get, well, I don't even know what you get after that. Maybe like early Sports Center or something.
But now that everything's on demand, doesn't that kind of blow it out of the water anymore? You just...
Not for a lot of people.
No.
Not for my mom.
Nah, that's the old. Because if I'm sitting around and I got nothing to do, I don't flip through. I mean, I have the live TV channels, but I usually go to something on demand. You go pull up and watch old episodes of whatever it is your favorite show is. Or if you're old like you, maybe you watch some Sunday morning news programs. You would go
CBS
watch
Sunday mornings.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe
Great show.
Maybe Face the Nation, something along that.
Yeah, I don't like that one. That's too political. CBS Sunday Mornings, though, is a great show, and I'll go to my grave defending that show. That is with the great and indelible Jane Pauley.
I just turned on the TV here, and the first thing that popped up is how Jesus became God.
Family Feud's on.
Oh, there you go. Who's doing that now? Is that still Steve Harvey?
Judge Judy. So, you got some options.
I understand.
Should you want to check out of here.
Nah, I'm all right.
Big Friday show. We got Joey.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I have big news about Joey.
What do we got?
He is live from the Combine today.
Oh, is he still doing that mentoring thing?
How about that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out together.
What was it last year he was doing that? He got like a certain number of quarterbacks?
We got half of them.
Yeah.
He got A through, I think he got A through M.
Yeah.
Which
So-
is kind of odd.
Well, then you would get.
And he loved Jackson Dart. He told us about Jackson Dart.
Yeah, he did. He was a Jackson Dart guy. So if that happened again, he would get the top guy. He'd get Mendoza.
Yeah, that's right on the. It depends on how many quarterbacks there are. You know.
Well, yeah, you said A through M though in there.
Well, I know, but if there's only 5 in A through M and there's 15 in M through Z, they're going to change the.
Valid point.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
So we don't know.
We get the lowdown on Mendoza and Ty Simpson. Who else is there? Nussmeier is there.
You know what's even better is next year's class. Have you seen next year's draft class of quarterbacks?
No, but be careful because I would like to point out that that's what they said about this year's draft class, and you probably have one first-round quarterback that should be. Ty Simpson will be a first-round quarterback because there isn't anything else. So,
well, I will pay heed and be careful,
Yeah.
as you suggest.
Yes.
However, it looks really good on paper.
yeah.
Julian Sayin,
Mm-hmm.
Dante Moore, Arch Manning, Lenoris Sellers, Brendan Sorsby, Sam Levitt, Dylan Raiola maybe, John Mateer, Trinidad Chambliss,
Mm-hmm.
DJ Lagway, Nico gonna play at Tennessee.
Yeah, that guy.
And then Maava, USC, has some NFL grades. So,
Yeah.
it's a good class.
That is a good class.
It's a good little class.
Saying Manning Moore, surefire first-round picks.
Saying's that good, huh?
Yeah, I think most people think. Now, there has to be development because, again, last year we went into that saying about Nussmeier, but he's very accurate, first-year starter. I do think that a lot of people are saying that Sayin could be in conversation for quarterback one. Manning looked like dog mess at the beginning, had a nice rebound, good second half of the year. He'll go with a lot of hype. Dante Moore would probably be the number 2 quarterback and a top 5 pick had he come out. So you assume he's going to be there. And I think Lenoris Sellers is probably barring some sort of oopsie, that should be another first round pick. And then you can get into the other stuff, Maeva, Levitt, Sorsby, Chambliss. Chambliss is going to have probably some height issues.
Great little player.
But I think he'll be a little bigger than you think. So this year, I think you get 2 first-round quarterbacks. Next year, you're going to get somewhere probably between, I feel pretty comfortable saying you're going to get 4 and you may get 5 or 6 depending on team needs.
All right. Did you hear the big pink rumor today? You're a big pink guy.
Yeah, I'm doing some, I'm trying to get ready for my light stocking. So they were divorced, and now they're not divorced, and now what are we getting now?
We don't know about the divorce.
Yeah.
Okay? But what we do know is that she has been rumored to have moved to New York City.
Interesting.
Do you know what she's going to do?
That's problematic for me.
Why?
Because that is really going to...
You don't live there.
Yeah, it's going to take a
live
toll
now?
on my stocking.
L.A.?
Yeah. It's a California gal.
Yeah.
It makes on the weekends, I do most of my stocking on the weekends, my lurking. You go to New York, that's a tough trip for me.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there an Oregon guy stalking?
I thought he was stalking Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that L.A. then?
I think the Oregon bro
Where does
was...
Taylor Swift even live?
I think she's got lots of places, but I think she's got one out in Martha's Vineyard, like Cape Cod area.
So an Oregon guy was stalking her, so it can be done.
Yeah. Well, look, he was a real go-getter stalker. I'm not going to lie. Like more of a kind of a passive. Like I said, I do light stalking.
You need someone to draw the game plan up.
Yeah.
And then you can execute.
And then you'll just
Yeah, I'm not a real leader. Yeah, I need to be part of like a community of stalkers, something like that.
Yeah. A secret society.
Well, believe me, my buddy yesterday on the, was it Bohemian Grove? He sent me like 20 different things. He's all about it. I learned more about the Bohemian Grove and Skull and Bones last night than you can possibly, you could ever know. It's a whole thing.
Well, we got time.
Well, I thought you had an announcement about Pink.
Well, it's not an announcement. It's a rumor.
Rumor.
Do you know what she's going to do?
I do not.
Did you hear?
No.
So we don't know if she's still with that douchebag.
Gary Hart.
But the rumor is Pink will soon be... Is this a beating or what?
It's pretty bad.
Taking over the Kelly Clarkson show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the rooms.
Huh.
That's what my sources are telling me. Because I don't know where Kelly Clarkson's going, and I didn't know she had a show, but apparently she does.
I think those are big. Like when you get one of those syndicated talk shows, I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's big money.
It's big money, and it's pretty cake.
And you got to go to New York, so she's in New York, and she may be doing that. Pink's. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I am a 3-time co-host of AM Northwest. Hello, Pink. You're going to need a co-host. I like to keep it spicy, man. Ringy, ring, ring.
Ringy, ring, ring.
Let's make this happen. Me and Helen didn't necessarily work out here in the Great Pacific Northwest, but maybe my calling is to move to New York and be part of the next version of the Kelly Clarkson show.
I think Pink would appreciate your jokes better than AM Northwest.
I actually think Pink might like you.
Yeah, I agree.
See? It's meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Should we call the BTJ in here and break the news to her on the air?
No, that's probably the best if I just leave. Can I fake my own death? She won't take it well. And she's, I'd like to point out, this is the woman who once stabbed me with a fork, and when I said it didn't hurt, she proceeded to take the fork and pick up a broiling hot cinnamon roll and then stab me with that and said, "What do you think about that?"
Did you get some frosting on you?
I'll tell you what, it burned a little bit. That frosting is hot right out of the oven.
It's so good though. Did you grab it with your finger and scoop it off and lick it and eat it?
No.
No.
I
mean, it's good.
I quickly tried to do the shoo away. And I think that was just because I was being sassy in Iceland. I kind of woke up with a case of the F-arounds. So if me just being sassy leads to a fork stabbing / cinnamon roll burn, I'm not certain what she would do with me saying I'm moving to New York to try to stalk and co-host a show with Pink. Like, if you're stalking me and your idea is to scare me, you better have a gun or a knife. Yeah. I think it'd be best if I just disappeared one day and then reappeared on TV. And she's like, what happened to him? It's in New York
like
now.
A toupee.
Yeah, something like that. Do
you think if you just disappeared and then you showed up as Pink's co-host on the show in New York City, is there any element of her that's like, wow, that's pretty great for him?
I do think she would, because it's...
And then you announce that she's pregnant and it's that Pink's pregnant and it's yours and you're a thing. And...
Ooh, that may be a bridge too far.
Okay, well, forget the pregnancy.
Forget the pregnancy.
But you announce that maybe you're in love. And
I think she... because she knows that I've been mildly stalking her for 20 years, I do think that would sit a little better than if it was like a rando, like Instagram hot, something like that. I do think there'd be a level of understanding. Like if she left me for Jason Momoa or Magic Mike Boy, what's his, Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, what are
you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
You tip your cap.
Yeah, you're like, I got beat by a better man. Sometimes you just... you play someone, you roll out there, and you realize that they're the better team, and you shake their hand, and
you laid it all out there.
You laid it all out.
You played hard. You played your best.
Dude, we can only play.
Can't always win.
Dude, we all play the hand that we're dealt, and sometimes it's pocket aces, and other times it's
if it's Momoa,
it's 2-6 offsuit
and Pink, there's nothing you can do.
No, it's nothing.
I mean, you could step up your game right now. I'm sure there's holes in your game. You could step them up.
Yeah, I don't think
plug those holes, but it doesn't matter.
No, not to that level.
Momoa's got you beat.
Yeah. Believe me, I saw him once when we were at the we went to the expo, the what do they call that thing? Where we met Adam West and all that. What was it? Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah.
Dude, I saw that guy at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Damn it. He's even better looking in person.
He was just here. He was just at ALNA.
Oh, yeah, believe me. She was upset that I didn't let her know about that.
Oh, she wanted to go see him?
Oh, yeah.
That was her chance.
Pretty sure she was going to throw some panties at him or something.
What if Pink rolls through ALNA? At the Rock and Bruise.
She might be. I think I have one choice, and that's just to storm the stage at that point. Think that works? Storm the stage with like a sign that says "Marry Me"? That work once?
What would happen if Pink did play the Rock and Bruise? Is that an awesome show, or does it get? Because it's a small venue.
If it's unannounced, it's an awesome show.
Yeah.
If it's announced,
it'll be a zoo.
It's a zoo. Yeah, you can't
put her up there. People. I mean, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I saw Metallica in like a theater in San Francisco for an anniversary that was like maybe 2,500, 3,000.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty cool.
I bet that's pretty badass.
Yeah, but then they played one Stevens Talk House out in Jersey for like a Sirius XM thing, and that seats like 200. I think that's yeah, I think that's there's a sweet spot between playing like a cool kind of garage band show and then when you're playing something that's got a couple hundred people. I'm not sure that goes very well.
All right, well, that's the big rumor. I wanted to let you know. Pink may be taking over for Kelly Clarkson.
Dude, I got to brush up on my TV chops. I got to get on that AM Northwest stat. I got to reach out to Helen and be like, I got to
Raptus is leaving.
Yeah, my tape's like 18 years old. I got to get my resume in order if I'm going to apply for this thing.
All right, we're going to start with Magic City Monday coming up on The Fan.
And 80 a.m.
All right, we've got some stripper news here. Sure you'll like that. The Hawks have announced a celebration on Monday, March 16th.
This is the best and the worst game day event of all time.
And they are calling it Magic City Monday.
Yeah.
As Magic City is the strip club where Lou Williams violated the NBA's COVID-19 protocol back in that faithful year, 2020.
Yeah. It's one of the more famous strip clubs in the country.
Yeah, have you been there?
I have.
It's in so it's in Atlanta or Orlando?
No, it's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought wasn't the bubble in Orlando? Oh, I guess that was just the playoffs.
That was
no, there was the season in the playoffs, but he
left.
He left.
He left the bubble.
in Orlando,
and then they found him in Magic City, and he said he just went there for the wings, just like you go to Epstein's Island for the snorkeling.
Right, like he had like a family excuse or something to get out of the bubble, so that he was fine. But then he was spotted at Magic City.
Yeah, okay,
Magic City and the Gold Club are kind of known as the like for the South. If you've never been to a Southern strip club, it hits a little different. Now Florida, we got Mons Venus, and we got our own out there in Florida. But Magic City and the Gold Room, take your pick. Those are those are institutions. But the idea that you would have a night at an NBA game. That's something else.
Yeah, this is a great bit. In a nod to Williams, the Hawks will serve two versions of the now infamous wings that Williams picked up during the pandemic.
Lemon pepper, baby.
Magic City Kitchen will serve two versions of the world-famous lemon pepper wings, Lou Will Lemon Pepper Barbecue and traditional lemon pepper. Fans interested in purchasing wings can visit sections 114, 120, and 211, two of State Farm Arena's all-inclusive premium experiences. Harrah's Cherokee Casinos Club and the Players Club will have both sets of wings available as an option. That's great.
I will say that like Magic City for there, like it's like Mary's here. Yes, it's a strip club, but it really is an institution. Like people know it, but I don't think we could ever have a Mary's night for the Blazers, could
Why
we?
not? Why are we so prudish? That's like you said, it's a staple. It's a Portland staple. Why would you not have a Mary's night?
How exactly would you have a Mary's night in an NBA game, considering that at least a quarter of the crowd is underage?
Well, yeah. Yeah, this is a good bit because it's a strip club thing, but it's wholesome because it's only lemon pepper wings.
Look, how
would we make Mary's wholesome?
I don't think you can.
Bring your quarters and put them in the jukebox to play music?
I guess if you did, the equivalent with them would be, because Mary's doesn't really have any sort of signature, it'd be if we did the Acropolis night, because then you could have steak bites, right?
Well, what if you just had strip club night? Do we still have the most strip clubs per capita? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
They always said that was a thing. I never knew if that was real or not.
It's possible, but that's
well, maybe you could have a little food item as a nod to all of them, and you could take your pick, like the steak bites at the A-Crop.
Yeah.
Mary's, you could have. You could have something there. You could have.
According to Google, Portland still has the most per capita.
Well, you got Diablo. Diablo, you got the vegan and the $2 bills.
Yeah.
So you got that.
You could have some vegan wraps,
like a vegan quesadilla. I don't know any other strip clubs here that are known for anything like specific. Well, all I know is the one time I went to Magic City, I was the only white person in that entire place, and I saw things that night that you can't unsee. It was like that was my first real like strip club experience.
Did you pull a Kim Mulkey?
Oh, well, you do the white guy handshake and then the black guy handshake?
Yeah. Did you do that?
No, I did not.
Why not? That's what Kim Mulkey did.
I don't think I shook anybody's hands. That was just one of those, when you're in Atlanta, they tell you have to go. And I had been to strip clubs, but I had not been to a place like, it's different. That's all I can say. It's different. Whatever you think of the strip club you've been to, there's a couple down there that are they're just different. But you quickly realize that you do not have the money or the clout to get any, like, you're just there. It's more of a, look, you just stand in the back and you're like, my God, this is what's happening.
So apparently there's a place called Kit Kat Club. You could have some sort of Kit Kat dish for the people.
Kit Kat Club. Yeah, we don't.
Number one on this list is Devil's Point. I don't know. This is Yelp.
Yeah.
But
we're not really known for.
So you can make some hot.
Yeah.
Hot fireballs.
It's not the signature one. You have either Diablo with the quesadilla, like vegan quesadillas, or you do the steak bites. And wouldn't that be a nice juxtaposition?
Well, they probably will never do it.
This guy says, my son DoorDashed lemon pepper wings from Magic City when he was staying in Atlanta. He said they were quite good.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you don't have to go to like that. Their wings are good, I guess. You don't have to go there.
I honestly don't remember. I mean, this would have been.
Well, no, they are. People talk about the.
I understand.
I mean, they got their own night at an NBA arena.
This is well. The Gold Club of Magic City are known for, if you've got enough money, other stuff happens besides stripping as well.
That's any club. But Hawks principal owner Jamie Gert said the celebration was scheduled to acknowledge Magic City's incredible impact on our city and its unique culture. I love that. Unique culture. See, we're finally embracing the trade, as we should.
That's what we're doing.
Well, we should.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
They're people too.
So my buddy texted, you could have naked tenders. That kind of works, right?
Naked chicken tendies?
Yeah, naked tendies kind of fits with the whole theme of what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're serving
unbreaded.
Serving up naked tendies tonight.
Yeah. Something tells me they won't do that.
Probably not.
And in other stripper news, today is the day, Jace, that Crystal Magnum has been released from prison.
Okay. Now, I am familiar with Magic City.
You know who that is?
I am not familiar with this.
Well, I mean, Crystal Magnum. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well, real name?
That actually kind of sounds like that sounds like Poison Waters or.
Exactly.
That sounds like a.
She was a stripper.
Okay. But that sounds like a drag queen.
She was the Duke Lacrosse accuser.
Oh.
And she just today got out of prison.
Get right the hell out of town.
She's been in prison this whole time.
For the fake accusation or for other things?
No,
I was going to say, you don't go to prison for that long.
That was 2006.
What?
She was she apparently she killed her boyfriend Reginald.
Oh.
And she's been locked up on second-degree murder charges.
Yeah.
How about that? She's a free woman.
Sounds like she may have had a bit of a rough life there.
You think?
Sounds like
What
it.
gave you that idea?
I don't know. Just I did not know she was in prison.
Well, now you do.
Yeah.
Well, she's not.
no longer in prison.
She's out.
Well,
And they showed her. They showed the perp walk.
Yeah.
Her walking out of there and then
maybe
looking around like, what do I do now?
Well, if she's got enough infamy, maybe there's an OnlyFans or something in her future. I don't know. Would there be?
Oh, I'm sure she's
something.
Well, look, you got to hustle. Again, she's out. She served her time.
Yeah.
Although that seems weird that she's killed someone and now she's, just on the streets.
Yeah,
but
just roaming around. Someone saying Portland's philosophy on strip clubs is quantity over quality. So, just maybe that's our deal is we just celebrate.
We just do a buffet.
We just do a buffet. We just do everything all at once.
Yeah.
And then you bring like a representative from each club. Instead of like the Blazer dance team that night, we just.
Yeah, and they serve it up for you.
Yeah.
Almost like a soup kitchen.
I like where we're going with that. There you go. That's what we're known for.
There's our idea, Blazers. Take it and run with it. We don't even need credit.
Something tells me they're not going to be doing that. And when is this Magic City night?
Monday,
Atlanta?
March 16th.
I wonder if that happens.
What?
I don't know.
Why are you being such a prude all of a sudden?
Oh, don't blame me.
Well, you're being all.
I'm the only one that's been there. Screw you. I'm just saying that wouldn't shock me if this doesn't happen. This is the sort of thing that someone's going to do some pearl clutching over, and it wouldn't shock me if the NBA ended up pulling the plug on this.
We'll see. The man that Souk mocked is setting records.
Hey, do you want a Magic City leather jacket for $250?
I do not.
You can buy one on their website.
I don't want to have anything to do with Magic City. I for one, am one of those prudes.
They have a full line of merch.
You've convinced me. So we'll get to that in Friday Randoms coming up next on The Fan. Here's Steve.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, a great spot for any occasion. Don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on The Fan, the NFL salary cap has been revealed, and it has topped $300 million for the first time, landed at $301.2 million for 2026, which is a $22 million increase over last year. In just 5 years, the NFL salary cap has increased by 40%. The Atlanta Falcons, they have dismissed assistant defensive line coach LaTroy Lewis after sexual assault allegations surfaced against him from when he was on Sharon Moore's staff at Michigan. According to the women's attorney, Lewis raped and battered her client at the hotel. Then the woman informed then Michigan head coach Sharon Moore, who she knew personally about the incident, according to her attorney. Now, Moore's attorney is claiming Moore did nothing wrong and says all these claims are false. Miami Heat, they say all-star wing Norman Powell will be week to week after an MRI confirmed a grade 1 growing strain. The Power 4 Conference commissioners are expected to join dozens of sports celebrities and dignitaries on March 6th at the White House in a roundtable discussion with President Donald Trump about the future of college athletics, which they are calling it College Sports Roundtable. Some of the headliner names: Tiger Woods, Dick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Team Tebow, many others. Oregon Duck safety Dylan Thieneman, he competed in the NFL Combine today. He ran a 4.36 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine, good enough for fourth in his group. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
1 FM and 1080 AM.
Hey, it's a big night in college hoops. Well, not really. Well, actually, it is.
You come full circle again. It's a big night. No, it's not. It's all right. It's
well,
all
listen.
right. It's fine.
One of the best games of the season is going off tonight. I don't know why they play on Fridays, but sometimes the Big Ten plays one big game on a Friday.
Is this what 3 versus 9, right?
Yeah, 3 versus 9 or 10, depending on which poll you look at. It's Michigan, Illinois.
Yes.
That's a good matchup.
And you can get a good look at who Oregon's going to beat in the Big Ten tournament because,
that's right.
The brush is a-coming for them.
And we have 28-0 Miami of Ohio locked in a vicious cockfight right now with 10-18 Western Michigan.
I can't say that I knew that Miami of Ohio was 28-0.
They're undefeated. And our friend Stephen Vaughn over there believes that if they lose one game, they will not make the tournament.
Well, that's what we were talking about, the terrifying thing with Portland State, who's having this phenomenal year and they've also 3 games. You lose once in the Big Sky tournament, thanks for coming. Would they do that to the MAC?
I don't know. I was
the MAC's better than, it's obviously thought of much differently than the Big Sky.
Well, I was looking through their schedule,
Yeah.
Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
On Ken Palm, they are 82nd.
Okay.
And the best team that they have beaten this season was ranked 71st.
So there is a chance that if they lose in their tournament.
That's what I'm saying. They've played 0 quad 1 games.
0.
They have
even
no
played
wins,
them.
no losses.
Yeah.
And by the way, your whole thing of it's a big night,
yeah,
that may be, you've made a lot of ridiculous statements.
It's a big night.
Because I'm looking here at the other games.
Well, it's Friday.
Look, you've got Yale versus Cornell.
Yeah, that's a big one.
You've got Quinnipiac versus
Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac? Can you say that again?
Whoa,
I like when you said that.
What?
One more time.
Quinnipiac.
That's just fun to say.
That's the name of it, right? Am I right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Versus Niagara. You have Ryder versus Iona.
Yeah.
The Bronx, right?
So Friday is never a big night for college basketball.
No, this isn't not a big night.
But
This is absolute trash.
he's gay.
Yes.
But we have Michigan, Illinois,
Yes.
and the Red Hawks are fighting for their lives against Western Michigan.
'Cause I would
It's in
assume-
the first quarter.
I would
or
assume
the first half.
If they lose to Western Michigan and then lose in the tournament, you can almost assure that you are not.
I don't know.
making the
I think
tournament.
they make it. I bet you they put them in. So even if they lose, I bet you they put them in that play-in crap or the first 8 or whatever it's called.
And then you have a right to get slapped by Duke.
See,
I think Duke's the number 1 overall seed right now from what I see.
As Rob has talked about, I've watched numerous games of this Miami of Ohio team because, as you said, there's nothing going on Friday. So I watch them because I know they're undefeated. They are not very good. I am hoping they go undefeated and get in the first round and get an 8-9 seed so I can bet it all on the
Yeah, right. Because the public will be all over them.
Right.
Oh, my God, they're undefeated.
And they'll face some middle-of-the-pack SEC school, Missouri, Texas A&M, something like that. And they haven't faced these type of athletes. They will get
That could be like a
whooped.
BYU line right there too.
Right. Yeah, like BYU would stomp them.
I was forwarding a bet on the. You know how they do this? You see them on your feed. It's like, oh, look at this bet this guy placed at BetMGM or whatever.
Sure.
And it was Miami of Ohio. Somebody placed a $1,000 wager on Miami of Ohio to win the NCAA tournament.
Why would you? I mean,
It's a total waste of money.
Yeah,
you
you
might as well flush your money down the toilet.
you're just wiping your arse. I mean, I'm all for a long shot, but
But that's how people think. They're undefeated. I'll bet on them.
Well, what was
500,000.
what was the? I think the number 1
They would win.
like that. People were betting on Shedeur Sanders to be the rookie of the year. I think the most bet NBA rookie of the year was Bronny James.
Bronny, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we talk about this all the time. You fall into the trap of thinking that you or the people around you are the normal people of the world, and it's just not the case. To find the normals of the world, you need to go to a bus stop at like 11:30 at night. Maybe head to a Goodwill on a Friday night, middle of maybe
Magic City. No.
no. I'm telling you, man, I have never seen more money in my life. I don't know what anyone did, and remember, this is I'm like 22. The amount of cash when you get done at Magic City, and it wasn't like one dancer, you couldn't see the stage. It was just bills everywhere. I'd never seen anything quite like it. I was like, oh my God.
Isn't that the whole state of Florida? Like, you don't really know what anyone does.
Yeah.
And they have big houses.
It's just thing. Well, see, in Florida, it's weird because they have a Lamborghini, but then they have a crappy house. That's Florida.
Okay.
Atlanta, I don't know. I just was in Atlanta for a brief time. I was getting ready for the combine. And I'm just telling you, the amount of money that got thrown around on a random, like, whatever, Thursday at Magic City, I couldn't comprehend what was happening. Because I went in there, you pull out, like, your $200 or whatever. You're like, oh, I got 200. And then you realize, oh, my God.
You're poor now.
Yeah. I've never felt poorer in my entire life walking into that place. Just shamed. It's like, you want bottle service? And you look down and you're like, no, I don't.
Can't afford it.
I'm just going to sit in the corner and stare.
This is Friday Randoms. I have to throw this at you. Charlotte's Con Knipple, whom you have openly mocked.
I was the one guy I didn't want the Blazers to draft. I don't like chubby, slow-footed white guys. Turns out, they're great.
He's awesome.
He can't be stopped.
He has reached yet another milestone in a remarkable rookie season.
Yeah.
He has made his 207th three-pointer, which is an NBA rookie record, and he did it in 59 games.
Yeah, the other guy had what, like 80-something? I think it took him almost
80.
It took him almost the whole season.
Yeah, was it Jamal Murray?
I don't remember who it was. I heard it today on The Fan. But,
oh,
yeah.
I love The Fan.
Yeah.
You ever listen to The Fan?
Sometimes. Yeah, that's so much for my don't draft the slow-footed, somewhat chubby white guy.
He had 8 threes the other night.
Freaking Con Knipple.
Yeah, broke the record. And Charlotte's pretty good.
Yeah, well, the Blazers get him tomorrow at the butt crack of dawn.
Oh, no.
I think 10 o'clock. I'm sure you'll be up watching that one.
I will not.
Yeah.
Probably be close to teeing off.
Oh, there you go.
It's going to be a nice day.
Nice day out.
But does it piss Blazer fan off that Charlotte has now circled you? I mean, all of a sudden they're good? Like, how do all these teams become good and the Blazers just sit in ninth?
Rob, wait till next year, man.
What is happening?
Just wait till next year.
Like, the Hornets are in 9th place as well. They might be 10th place. It's
yeah,
not
but
like
they're popping.
Why, because they got Knippy?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm with Suk. I thought this chubby white guy can't be good, and now he's awesome.
He had like one of the worst finish rates at the rim. I was like, dude, he's just the NBA will chew him up. Wrong.
Way off. This unathletic white guy is dominating.
Look,
the league now.
it's possible I was racist against him.
I know that I am when it comes to the NBA.
Yeah. I'm always skeptical of the non-European white. The American-born white instantly, and then when you're not like in really good shape, when you have that baby fat about you, I'm like, wait, baby fat American? Like, I'll deal with baby fat European. Now you're into like Jokic, Luka territory, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But baby fat American, you're like, no, it's not going to work.
We've evolved.
And he played at Duke, and you're like, he didn't even get the Kevin Love had that, but at least he got in shape. Knipple's just out there killing it with the baby fat. Doesn't matter.
Is he a candidate to grow his hair long and get a bunch of tattoos?
Yeah, there's a chance. Although his family seems so wholesome. I don't know if he'll go down the Cherokee Parks road. But yeah, Robert Swift, Cherokee Parks.
But they have Brandon Miller, right? And they have...
they got one of the Ball brothers.
They just traded for Sexton. Right?
LaMelo. No, Sexton is...
they
have Miles Bridges, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's a good little club.
I saw the projection for the next U.S. Olympic team, and believe me, Knipple's already on it. No, yeah, they've already moved the nip on there.
Need some shooting.
Yeah, the
and Curry's old.
Yes, dude, the Knipple's the guy. I believe me. No one's more shocked by it, but at least I'm, look, my justification was sound. I stand by
racism, pure racism, and nothing else.
Exactly. If you show me a slow-footed, chubby white American that's really good in college, when does that work out?
When it comes to the NBA, he's not wrong.
And yet this...
Yes, he is.
It works.
He's really wrong, and so are you.
Yes. That's what the color guy was saying. And there are a lot of Knipple brothers, so may just be...
This is only the beginning.
We may be scratching the surface of the nipples that could be in the NBA soon.
I mean, if there's one more coming along, you could have a Knipple starting 5.
You're going to have a triple nipple?
A triple
nipple and then like a double flag, because he's got his brother plays at like Maine or something.
Is he good?
No.
I have
Flag's
no
brother?
No.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ace,
Cooper
I think.
Flag's brother.
I think it's
That's
Ace. Isn't it Ace Flag?
Isn't it ironic that Cooper Flag is named Cooper, seeing as how Cooper is the name we all default to for the bad brother?
Oh, yeah, that's
like
true.
Cooper Manning.
Yeah. It is Ace.
Yeah, it's
Ace.
6 points, 4 rebounds for the Fighting Maine Black Bears, who are 8-21.
Freshman?
Yes.
Now the question becomes, will Cooper Flag be good enough to get Ace Flag into the NBA. I mean, look.
He's trending that way.
Let's be honest. Giannis has two brothers in the NBA for one reason and one reason only. And that LeBron guy, he got his kid. You're telling me that Bronny James would have sniffed the floor of an NBA arena if he wasn't LeBron's kid?
Dame got his cousin on the Blazers?
Yes. So the question becomes, is Cooper Flag good enough to drag his sorry-ass brother Ace into the NBA?
What if Wemby, Knepple, and Flag end up on the same team, and the other two starters are Ace and a random Knipple brother?
Let's do it.
Would that team still be good?
I don't know, but I'd like to watch it.
I think it would.
Yeah, they would.
Now the question is, does Wemby have a brother?
Oh, good. I think he does.
Does he?
Aren't they saying he's not as big, but he's...
Victor Wembanyama's brother is Oscar Wembanyama. He is a 6'7" forward playing professional basketball in France.
Is he older then?
No, he is younger.
He's 18.
So...
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, he'll get a crack.
He'll be in the NBA.
You know what's weird is he's younger, but he looks older. He's got kind of a look.
Would you trade Young Hansen for him right now?
Yes.
Yeah, because then you got to, there's an outside shot, maybe.
At getting
Victor
Wemby.
comes in.
I would, not only would I do that tomorrow, I would kick the big tariff out of town. I would immediately sign Oscar to however long a contract I can sign him for in the NBA, I would sign him.
You just gave Shaden Sharp $90 million.
Yeah.
Let's give this guy 75.
Look, he's not making a lot of money, but I'm extending him for as long as the CBA will allow, and then tell Wemby, hey, you want to play with your brother? You play with him here. 100%. Let's go.
What if you had to sign Ace Flag as well?
Done.
It's a package deal.
Done and done.
All right, well, Bronny too.
I don't care.
Let's bring them all in.
No one loves the end of the bench more than the Portland Trailblazers. Cool. The end of the bench will be nothing.
Fans would be so furious because, like you said, the end of that bench matters. And these guys all have potential to be superstars.
God, the amount of times I've had to listen to people tell me about Ryan Rupert. The next one that we're doing right now is old Veet.
Murray.
No, Veet right now.
Oh, is Veet getting his flowers now?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, wait till Veet. Yeah, someone today was bloviating on that. They love Veet. No one loves
Who's someone?
The role players.
And tons of people are really mad that Caleb Love is back in the G League because they got Veet. Caleb Love needs to be on the
Caleb
NBA
Love
roster.
chucking up bricks in the G League too?
I'm sure he's dominating.
So, yes, the end of my bench would be nothing but celebrity brothers.
That'd be awesome.
Celebrity brothers,
Yeah.
and then I'd get like a random hot. I don't know. I'd sign the first ever female player, and she'd
There you
just be
go.
a hot.
It'd be good for social media.
Absolutely.
They're big down there for their celebrations.
Yes.
You got to have interesting celebrations.
There'd be a hot down there. She'd be in charge of the TikTok dances, and then I would just have Giannis's brother, the Flag brother, Wemby's brother. I'll tell you what, we wouldn't be deep, but that's starting five, and then the 2 or 3 guys off the bench, we'd be fire, and we would dominate. We would dominate social media. Maybe bring in Jackson Mahomes to be in charge of it too. He can be in charge of the TikToks. Be great.
The TikToks. All right, coming up next, more randoms. We have the sports countdown. Would you pay this guy and a first in college football history on the Fan? The fan text line can be reached at 503-864-6326. Someone asks, does Joe Cronin get enough flack for the Yang Hansen pick, or whatever his name is?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, certainly I think he does.
Does he? I don't think anyone really cares, and it's a little early.
Yeah.
I mean
give it time. I mean,
how old is the kid?
I think he's like 19. I mean, he's the definition of a project. It's just like he came in with so much hype, and the way they sold him. Half of the Blazers' problem is just that. Joe Cronin tells me that this kid's skill set and the basketball IQ and that he's a pro, and then you come out and he looks like he just never played the game.
It's not breaking news.
He said that point guards, always struggle, early on, but he says that Scoot Henderson is the guy that's not going to struggle because he's just so talented. So half of their problem is their messaging, is that they sell you a bill of goods. And same thing with, we're gonna go all in. It's gonna be painful. You haven't gone all in once. My biggest problem with Cronin, I don't think Cronin's a bad GM. I think he's done fine. He's hit some doubles. I don't think you can really say that anyone at this point has been a full-on bust. But none of their guys that they've drafted have really blossomed, but it's still early. He's done an okay job. It's just, the messaging and what you're told never really matches your eyes, and it keeps getting kicked down the road. And, we'll kind of see where it goes from here. I don't know what Dundon thinks of this. I have no idea.
So CBS Sports ranked all NBA front offices. You care to guess where the Blazers fell in that ranking?
I don't know.
I'll read you the little blurb that they wrote about it.
I'm going to say it's somewhere in the middle because, you give them credit. They did get – Denny is a great get.
It was a great get.
That was a great get. But you didn't get much for all those – for getting rid of everybody. You didn't really get much out of that, but you did get Denny for 2 firsts, which was a great get because he's an all-star. I'm going to say they put him at like 15th to 16th, somewhere in the middle of the road.
Well, anytime you're looking for the Blazers in an NBA ranking,
always
go right to 15.
Is it 15?
And you'll be close.
Yeah.
In this instance, they are 19th.
Okay.
Here's what it says. It's a pretty fair look at it. It says, several of Joe Cronin's biggest moves are all looking great right now. The Denny Avdia trade, an enormous victory. He's an all-star and one of the best contracts in the NBA. The Damian Lillard trade, superb in hindsight. Those Milwaukee picks are some of the best owed draft picks in basketball. Even moves that looked a bit shaky over the summer, like the Drew Holiday trade. Oh, crap. Pop up. Have mostly gone as planned. Holiday's age and contract are still a concern, and he missed a lot of time earlier in the season, but he's been spectacular when he's been available. It says quite a bit about the state of the Blazers that even if reports indicated that he was not interested, Portland was treated in some corners of the internet as a reasonable suitor for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I remain somewhat concerned about the $88 million or so owed to Holiday, Lillard, and Jeremy Grant in 2028, especially now that Avdia has broken out. Portland will probably want to keep cap space open for the summer of 2027 in order to renegotiate and extend his contract before he becomes a free agent, and that's going to mean avoiding further expenditures if they can't move off of some of that money owed to older players. Shaedon Sharpe is living up to his extension thus far.
Is he?
That's what it says. But Toumani Camara hasn't been quite as effective defensively after signing his own new deal. The jury is still out on Portland's drafting, at least outside of Donovan Clingan. Scoot Henderson has barely played, but it's no secret that he hasn't yet worked out as planned. The success of this draft class probably puts a bit more pressure on Young Hens. What is his name?
Young Hansen.
Young Hansen, who was drafted higher than most experts expected.
Yeah. Well,
the overall picture is still a bit muddled.
I think that's a fair look. Like I said, there's some stuff to like about it, and there's some stuff that you can say, And right now, Denny was a home run, and the best you can say, everything else besides that has been doubles.
The Dame trade. The Dame trade was a win as well.
Yes. And we'll see what happens, because that obviously,
right.
We haven't seen the benefit of that. So again,
right, because Giannis is still in Milwaukee. If he stays in Milwaukee, it's not as big as a win.
My question is what's the plan? Like, what's the best case scenario here?
I think the best case scenario is that Clingan looks like a starting NBA center. Do you see the workings of it? Of the young pieces, so if you're going to say that the young pieces are outside of Denny, right? Denny's your best player, and even when Dane comes back, Denny's your best player, hands down. So if you're going to say your young core of Toumani, Clingan, Scoot, Sharpe, I think Clingan right now probably looks like he maybe have the makings of what could be the best at his position.
So what's the best case scenario?
So Clingan becomes a top 5 starting center in the NBA. A true big. Okay. Somewhere in that, he's not going to be the best, but there's not many good bigs, right? Tumani finds his form again and really becomes the lockdown defender. Scoot becomes maybe I don't...
Sixth man.
Sixth man, I was going to say, because then you get Dame back.
So he's a sixth. That's best case scenario for
I
him
don't
now?
think... I don't see a world where Dame and Scoot play together,
right.
and Scoot is this all-world point guard.
That's kind of the problem is, like, because when Dame comes back, he's going to be in the starting lineup.
Yeah. It's so hard to see the vision. Honestly, best case scenario is one or two. So Denny is what he is, which is an all-star. Klingon rounds into form. You have a 3-and-D guy in Tumani. Scoot becomes a really quality instant offense, 6-man, give him the ball, get the hell out of his way. And one of those picks from Milwaukee in a year or two turns into Cooper, Flagg, Castle, someone like that, turns into a guy that within the first year or two of the NBA is like, oh my God. And by that point, all of those young guys that have kind of grown, Shaedon Sharpe, all those guys are now really solid NBA players. You have an all-star in Denny, a really good supporting cast, and then you get a shot in the arm by the number 2 or number 3 pick from Milwaukee that comes in and is an immediate impact player. And you see
that's the outline.
If I'm putting it in order, that's the number one thing is you hope Milwaukee stinks and you hope Giannis asks out, because that's the way you're going to get a top 4 pick.
Right.
And because I love Denny, I don't know that he's the best player on a really good team. So I don't know, Scoot, Shaedon, all those guys, can they develop into something good? Yeah, they could, but they may not be a star. To get your star player, it's those Milwaukee picks, whether you trade for it or whether you draft somebody. So that's best case scenario is actually, I think the Bucks aren't very good and you get a top 5 pick and you draft an AJ DeBonsta type player.
So you got to hit a home run on that pick. Yes. You got to get that pick
whatever
and
you
hit
use,
a home run.
The Milwaukee Buck assets, those picks, you have to find your star player with those things. If you don't do that, you're stuck in mediocrity.
You have a lot of solid players that I think can be solid players, and then a fringe all-star, and you need to hit the home run. I couldn't agree more.
And then the 3 other players you mentioned have to be better than they are.
Yeah.
Which,
and they're all showing signs of development.
Yeah, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work like, 5 guys have to be better. Yeah, 2 will, 3 won't.
But if you hit that home run, you hit the star, those guys are going to look better. You can find role players around to fit around. So I'm with you guys.
That's true. And Avdia got to stay healthy. Anyway, it says the overall picture is still a bit muddled. We broadly know Portland is emphasizing defense, which they suck at.
That's the weird
size.
thing.
19th in the NBA this year.
Whoever was I forget who the guy was that was saying that the defensive metrics for the last 41 games, the Blazers was kind of fool's gold and people were giving that guy crap. Whoever that guy was, tip of the cap. Turns out the defense was not what as built.
So it says, they have no intention to stay in the lottery any longer, but there's clearly more work to be done in actually putting together the next Blazers team. So, again, they're very Blazery, like right in the meaty part of the bell curve.
Yeah.
That's where the Blazers like to live, in mediocrity. So, all right. Is that inspiring? Probably not. Although I will say,
can down the road.
It is harder than ever to build a winner in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, it's you got to draft.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just got to like the whole idea of grabbing superstars is not a thing.
No,
that has proven to not work.
That's why it's a draft.
And there's a lot of spending deterrents, like these aprons and repeater taxes and all this crap that these guys got to navigate.
Steven said it best. Your path to not being a mediocre team is in those Milwaukee picks. So,
and then more teams are tanking, so you have more competition in that department, and then you also have all the injuries now, like all the soft tissue. Like it is just harder than, and then the players are all a bunch of bitches, and so they sit out half the. It's really hard. It is, even when you have you have a good team.
It's tough.
Look at Oklahoma City.
And by the way, there's good young teams that you're going to have to hurdle that aren't going anywhere. So.
Well, Charlotte's already passed you. I think that makes every team in the league has passed the Blazers by in the last 10 years. One way or the other. Am I wrong? Maybe not Sacramento.
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah, Washington. You got them. You're Washington's daddy.
Yeah, so. Actually, Sacramento a couple years ago.
Yeah, the Kings had a good little run, actually.
They kind of started to be good, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a weird little run.
Only the Kings can screw that up.
Yeah, Pelicans stink,
Yeah, but they were, I mean.
They stink.
They ran, That's the thing about the Blazers. They've been in mediocrity so long that other teams have been really good and really bad and back to really good.
Like the Grizzlies were the 2 seed, and now the Grizzlies are like the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, we forget this, but Denver used to suck.
Yeah.
Well, they've passed you. San Antonio's passed.
A lot of ups and downs in Portland, just steady.
Staying right in there.
The Mavericks. The Mavericks literally went to the NBA Finals, and then they had the first pick in the draft. Blazers mediocre the entire time.
That's wild.
It's been a hell of a ride, boys.
All right, Friday Randoms continue next. Would you pay this guy on the Fan?
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the NFL salary cap has been announced, and it has topped $300 million for the first time ever, landed at $301.2 million for 2026, which is a $22 million increase over a season ago. And in just the last 5 years, the salary cap has increased 40% in the NFL. The Atlanta Falcons, they dismissed assistant defensive line coach LaTroy Lewis today after sexual assault allegations surfaced against him for when he was on Sharon Moore's staff at Michigan. According to the woman's attorney, Lewis raped and battered her client at a hotel, and the woman informed then Michigan head coach Sharon Moore, who she knew personally about the incident, according to her attorney, though Moore's attorney is claiming that Moore did nothing wrong, and the claims are all false. Power 4 conference commissioners are expected to join dozens of sports celebrities and dignitaries on March 6th at the White House in a roundtable discussion with President Trump about the future of college athletics, which they're calling it the College Sports Roundtable. Some of the headliners include Tiger Woods, Nick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Tim Tebow, and many others. Miami Heat, they say all-star wing Norman Powell. He's going to be week to week after MRI confirmed a grade 1 right growing strain. And the Ducks safety Dylan Thieneman had a nice combine day in the 40 today, ran a 4.37 and a 4.36 in the 40-yard dash. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan.
Let's keep it spicy, man.
All right, we're rolling through some Friday randoms here, emptying out the old tickle trunk on a Friday. Very busy week. Ha, not really.
The Caucasian Collision Unit, at least one half of it, made himself a lot of money today at the Combine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thieneman
Give me some numbers.
Thieneman put on one of the better. Now, Sonny Styles won the Combine, but he was already going to be a top 10 pick. Probably put himself in the top 5, but, you know.
So what do we got? What did Thieneman do?
So he put vertical jump 41 inches, second best. Broad
Pretty
jump
good for a whitey.
Broad jump 10.5, seventh best. 10-yard split 1.52, third best. 40-yard dash 4.35.
Ooh, wow.
So already he was probably a borderline first round, early second guy. And, you know, Oregon played him in kind of that big nickel role that has become so popular. Caleb Downs played this at Ohio State. Obviously, Seattle deploys this a lot. And so he was viewed as probably the second or third best safety. And all the safeties, by the way, put on an absolute show today at the Combine. But for a guy that was already borderline first round and then has really good tape and was good at Purdue, was great at Oregon, and is a willing tackler and is you know, and showed good size with that sort of athleticism, he solidified himself as a first-round pick and made himself a couple $1 million. He will be one of the risers. And by all accounts, great kid, smart guy, knows what he's doing. And that's why you go to the Combine. I heard today Colin was saying that he had some podcaster on with him that was saying that the Combine's dying and because no one's participating in it. And it's just not true. For guys like Dylan Thieneman, Arvell Reese, again, Sonny Styles, a lot of the big names. Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker at Texas Tech, had a phenomenal day at the Combine.
Interesting, because he was getting dumped on a little bit.
Yeah, so he was a guy that probably was viewed as a second or a third round player. Phenomenal film, but people questioned his athleticism. When he goes to the Combine, performs, blew it out of the water. Top half of all the linebackers showed great hips, moved a little bit, so he probably made himself a ton of money. He now probably becomes a top 10 pick in the second round. Don't know because the inside linebacker. People just don't like inside linebackers. It's a wasted position for a lot of NFL teams. But he will now be a early second round guy, made himself a lot of money. So the Combine for some people, like Fernando Mendoza doesn't need to do anything at the Combine. But for a lot of these guys, this is still a big deal when you go out and you show people that you are more athletic than what your tape shows, or you answer the questions of, yeah, he can do it at the collegiate level. Does the athleticism do it at the next? And those are just two really good examples today with Thieneman and Rodriguez.
Do they work out kickers at the Combine?
I don't know if they work them out, but you can go and kick. But I don't know if they do height, weight, and all that stuff. The other one that matters, honestly, for a lot of them is medical too. So you go to Indianapolis and you get all 32 team doctors that get to look at you. You get all the MRIs. I think when I was in Indianapolis, I think I got like 6 MRIs, which is probably not good. An ankle, both knees, a shoulder, and a neck. That's not Like none of those things are good. So like you get a full medical, you get all the looks at you, and you get to find out everything that's wrong, and then of course the interviews and all that. So the combine may not be for everyone when you've really solidified yourself as the top pick, but the combine still is the most valuable tool that any league has of getting all these guys together and kind of throwing everyone and kind of seeing how you look.
I mean, there's a reason why they have it.
Yes.
Come on, man. Now to kickers.
Nice job, you kicker!
That's why I asked about the kickers. Brandon Aubrey, Cowboys, wants $10 million a year.
That's a lot of cash, but if someone's worth it, it's him.
Yeah, I guess, isn't it always like if you're paying a kicker $10 million a year? It's really about opportunity cost. Like, what else is out there?
Yes.
Because he's awesome. Like, nobody's saying he's not.
Well, he's such a weapon.
But, I mean, I remember, didn't Matt Prater come in last year off the scrap heap and be really good for Buffalo?
Yeah, there's always guys like that you can find.
Yeah, like, exactly. So, would you pay Brandon Aubrey $10 million when Matt Prater's still sitting out there, or Nick Folk, or one of those guys? That's not going to be as good as Aubrey, but he's going to make you kicks.
I don't know. So I'm looking here. Elliott and Butker are the two highest at 6.
Dude, wow.
God, he wants 10?
And he's 30.
Now, the salary cap, kickers can kick for a long time. I don't know if I'd give him 10. I mean, people reset the market. I'd feel a little better about resetting the market at 8 and kind of see where that goes. I mean, you can always franchise tag him. He ain't going anywhere.
Well,
they already put it on Pickens. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you what. I don't think you can let him walk out the door. But $10 million is a lot.
I mean, he's a hell of a weapon.
He is because I mean, from 60, I mean, it works.
He's kicked 6. He's the only kicker to kick 6 or more from 60.
Yeah.
From 60 or more. He only 9. Everybody thinks the whole league kicks from 60, and they don't.
No.
Only 9 guys have ever hit from 60 or more.
Do you know what he makes
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I would guess 400,000.
He makes 2.6.
Oh.
But
Right.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was his total. Yeah, he makes. Geez, he doesn't make $1 million. That's why you go to that guy and you say, "Look, I understand.
Look, you're great.
Here's 8. Here's 8 and some nice bonus structure, and we're going to guarantee a couple years, and we're going to change your life. But 10's a lot, even with the salary cap jumping to over $300 million. And by the way, the Cowboys they're not smart enough to.
No,
they're so dumb. But yes, I do think it's really dangerous to let him walk out of that building. I don't think you can do that.
So the Rams, I mean, you could argue the Rams with a better kicking situation were 15-2 last year.
Yeah.
The Falcons, I mean, if they had a kicker, they probably could have won that division.
Yes.
So it is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
But is it a $10 million a year big enough deal?
Everyone goes through and you have allocated slots, right? So the high price ticket guys, right? You got your quarterbacks, left tackles, you got your DBs and pass rushers. And then everything else kind of trickles down. And at the end of it is kickers and punters. But you're right that if you're the Rams, you're sitting around today saying the reason we're not Super Bowl champs is because of our special teams. Now, Brandon Aubrey's not the reason why the Cowboys are going to win a Super Bowl, but I didn't know he was asking for 10. I know he said he wanted to reset the market, but when the market is 6 and you're asking to reset it at 10,
you know what's interesting?
That's a lot.
So you know who actually had the highest so Matthew Wright, who kicked a little bit for Buffalo, and Ben Sauls for the Giants.
Yeah.
They only kicked 5 and 8 field goals, and they made them all.
Sure.
Okay, so those are the top 2.
Yeah.
But of the regular kickers, you know who had the best field goal percentage last year?
I do not.
Nick Folk of the Jets.
And he came in off the heap and is old. And
he's old and he's a free agent. You can get the guy who was number 1 in field goal percentage last year. Now, he's not kicking 60-yarders, but his long was 58, and he made 97% of his kicks. He is sitting out there at probably, what, $1 million, $2 million?
I don't even think that.
And yet, I'm scrolling through. I just looked it up, the field goal percentage for last season. Brandon Aubrey is 21st.
Yeah.
85.7%.
So you're paying because he's a distance guy. Yeah, I don't think you can pay him $10 million. Like that's because obviously if you're not watching every Cowboy game, what we see is you see him kicking 60-yarders. But
exactly,
man, 10. That's
or attempting 70-yarders, and we think it's super cool.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know that I'd do that, bro.
I don't know if any. Yeah, Nick Folk is 41. I don't know if any kicker is worth that.
Is Prater older? Prater, isn't Matt Prater like 45?
You can kick for a long time. Let's see what old Matt Prater is.
Also 41.
Yeah. They're on that Tom Brady salary. It is funny how, you can get a team that like middle of the year just goes and finds one of those old guys. You're like, that son of a bitch is still kicking? And then he comes in and is great.
And he's good, yeah.
See, and the other one too is if I'm Dallas, if I really thought that I was on the cusp of a Super Bowl, I'd think and you thought that could be a weapon that puts you over the top, I'm not sure that you got other issues in Dallas. And again, depends on what you do with your salary cap and how you structure it, but Dallas got some holes they need to fill before they start.
And you got to pay those guys.
Before they start doling out $10 million. And and plus Dallas is so dumb, they have like the worst. By waiting to sign all their guys and going through all the rigmarole, they end up paying way more for the same players that they could have gotten a year or two earlier. Like with Seattle needs to re-sign Jackson Smith and Jigba. They need to re-sign Weatherspoon. They will re-sign those guys earlier, and they will be massive contracts. I don't know if Weatherspoon resets the market, but Smith and Jigba will. And at the time, they'll be like, oh, my God. But 2 years after they sign those guys, you'll look at their contracts. You'll be like, oh, those aren't that bad. Because 3 other people will sign right after them for more money as the cap goes up. And all of a sudden, you end up with a decent-looking deal. It's top of the market deal at the time, but it'll end up being okay. Whereas numbnuts Jerry Jones will wait, and he'll be the guy that will sign his receiver a year and a half or 2 extra deals after Smith and Jigba, and he's going to have to pay more. He's the sort of guy that will end up paying CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens more than Seattle will end up paying JSN because they're dumb.
I don't even want our listeners to listen to me.
All right, it's a first in college football history. Next on The Fan.
Whoa.
The Red Hawks.
What?
Still down to the Western Michigan
Mustangs? Right?
Broncos. Mustangs.
It's a horsey. I know that.
Broncos?
Broncos.
Looks like Broncos.
I want someone to have their team name be the Horsies. The Western Michigan Horsies is so much better than the Broncos. Tell me the Fighting Horsies wouldn't just be great.
I do love that.
Yes.
I'm a big fan. Yeah, it's
one of the Mets minor league team is the Rumble Ponies, and it's just we've got to embrace.
Right.
You know, you got to embrace the Horsies and the ponies.
Maybe some panties.
There you go.
Mommies. Yeah, Western Michigan's beating Miami of Ohio. They're 28-0, Miami.
The Western Michigan granny panties.
Yeah, the granny panties.
Look, everyone's seen those. Your wife's not feeling so good. You come home, you just see those. You're like, whoa.
What kind of promos they running?
Yeah. Well, you could have granny panty night.
Yeah.
Wear your granny panties. Or we'll give you some.
Instead of throwing T-shirts out, they're throwing
everybody throwing their panties out there.
And by the way, granny panties aren't really granny panties until you get the orthopedic brown ones. That weird tan color, we all know that only exists in giant panties and knee braces. Good times.
So, yeah, I know you guys care. We'll monitor that very closely
Yeah.
for you. We'll break in if needs be on the Miami of Ohio trying to stay undefeated tip. But I mentioned first in college football history. This is surprising, but it happened at Colorado with your boy, Prime.
Oh, what Prime do?
Well, he lost his defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston.
Yeah.
Went to the Broncos. And so Livingston got replaced by former Virginia Tech defensive coordinator Chris Marvey.
Okay.
I think is his name.
Sure.
And upon the promotion of Marvey, Colorado now has a black head coach, black defensive coordinator, and black offensive coordinator.
Oh.
And that is the first time in college football history.
Really?
Yes. Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
I mean, it's not wild, but I would have thought.
I would have thought someone. So.
Yeah, Grambling.
Well, is that? I don't know if they're. I don't think.
Maybe they don't.
I don't think that's Division I.
Well, it doesn't say Division I.
Oh. Yeah, that. So nowhere at the HBCUs they're at.
Yeah, they may not be.
I wonder if they
that.
don't include that.
But
yeah, I just would have thought somewhere along the line that would have happened. All right, well, you know what?
How about that?
Tip of the cap to Colorado. Now the question is,
do you believe?
Will they not suck?
Oh, they probably will.
Okay.
Did you see the former player that came out and blasted Prime the other day?
No, but it doesn't surprise me. I think that dude is. I think the shine has come off, and that thing is going to crater real soon.
Who was it? His name was it was old Christian Foria.
Oh,
so he didn't even play for Deion.
Yeah,
but he ripped him. He played at Colorado.
Yeah,
and he said that he's got a lot of people brainwashed. He said, "I'm just not a fan of that coach. I've never been a fan of that coach. I love the school, and this isn't me picking on Deion Sanders because I picked on Joe Gibbs. The worst coach I ever had was Joe Gibbs. So me picking on Deion Sanders is nothing. I just don't like the way he coaches. I don't think he's very bright. I don't think he can manage a game. I think there's a lot of flash but no substance, and he's got a lot of people brainwashed. Yeah. And we'll see what he can do, but I'm just not a fan of him. Not a fan of his coaching style, not a fan of his messaging. There's a lot of things internally that I know that I'm not a fan of, and it's just not worth my energy to sit there and follow it and go back and forth with the emperor when the emperor has no clothes."
Wow.
Crowd that supports him regardless of how stupid he is sometimes. So yeah, that's the way I feel about it, and it bugs me that a lot of alumni just don't speak up about it. Well, they don't say anything, but I will. How about that?
Kudos to him.
Scathing review of Coach Prime from Christian Faria.
And by the way, it's an opinion that I kind of share. I think he is the brainwash thing is he's a cult of personality, and you know, he's one of these guys that if you criticize him, he loves to turn it around and kind of do the fake news thing. But at the end of the day, they were not they were not good at Colorado, and they haven't been good. That one season where they won the 9 games, you had the best player in college football in Travis Hunter, and then you had your son who was a really good quarterback. You didn't beat anybody. Like anytime you played anyone that was worth a damn, you got drilled. You went 3-9 last year. It just it feels like this thing is a house of cards, and it's always someone else's fault. It's always a player's fault, and he doesn't really recruit. And this style that he's done with the transfer portal thing, it hasn't worked. He's not bringing in this talent. Like he said, he was bringing Gucci or Louis with him. Yeah, Louis left, And I don't think you have Louis anymore.
You know what's weird about him is that he's the first guy that you can probably say this about.
Yeah.
Where we were talking, you were gone, but we were talking, Steve and I were talking about the college football valuations, where this professor in Indiana puts a valuation on each college football program,
Sure.
based on if they were sold on the open market.
Yeah.
The most was Texas at $2.2 billion. Like, college football programs are now worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Texas isn't worth more than that, to be honest with you.
They were number one.
Okay.
Oregon was like 19th, and they weren't worth $1 billion yet. But right next to them was Colorado.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Prime is the one guy. I don't know of anybody. I was sitting there racking my brain trying to think of another coach that was like this, that has really meant a lot to the value of the program, but isn't very good.
Yes.
You know?
He may be one of one because he fills seats, he gets people to pay attention, people started watching, but after 3-9 and the way that season went, and no one's picking him to do much this year, if he has another 3-9 season, the mystique will eventually go away.
Well, it feels like the media is always going to have his back.
Yes.
Because he's worked in the media, he's friends with a lot of those guys, and that's great. But at the same time, you do have to perform on the field. And he doesn't seem like a guy who's in there, coaching X's and O's. He's more of a salesman, trying to bring in the recruiting transfers, and it just hasn't worked.
I said all along, I believe that he will have an unceremonious exit from there, and it's not an excuse because he really does have a lot of health problems. It won't I'd have to look at their schedule, but I could see them being 2-6 and him pulling the chute and doing the I'm stepping down for health-related reasons. I don't know if I can bet on that. What's the poly market on that? But it wouldn't shock me one bit if he does not finish the season. Because when you're a con man, then maybe that's too strong a word, right? It's not a con man.
Well, guys do want to play for him, don't they?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
it was his son.
I guess it was Hunter and
Travis Hunter, his other son.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
So
they're at Georgia Tech to start the year. Then they got Weber State. Then at Northwestern.
Okay.
And then you got the Big 12 schedule.
I just feel like the more and more that you hear of people that were there, they do not paint it as a great pitcher. And now it's like, he's doing the fines thing, which, by the way, I don't think you can really do.
What's he doing? He's fining kids?
He's fining kids.
Oh, that's right, because he says they're making money now, so I'm going to fine you if you're late for practice and
So
crap.
I'll just tell you right here, when they get drilled by Texas Tech and Utah in back-to-back weeks, October 17th, there's my October. After October 17th, he will announce his stepping down from the program, because you can sell someone a bill of goods for so long, and you can do the press conference, you can do all that stuff, but at the end of the day, you have to put a good product on the field, and I don't think he put a good. He's been there 3 years. 2 of the years have been disastrous, and the 1 year that he did, the nine win season, there's no Shedeur Sanders and there's no Travis Hunter coming through those doors. And again, if you look at the 9 wins that they had, I'm willing to guess that these are their wins that they had. Like TCU, right? Was that the best thing they had? Like, they didn't beat anybody. It just North Dakota State, Colorado State, Baylor, Central Florida, Cincinnati, they just weren't good.
What is
good
it?
wins.
27th.
27th.
I'm marking it down. You said I'm putting it in my notes.
Deion
steps down October 17th, citing health reasons.
Yes, after Utah.
Fantastic.
He will step down.
I love hot predictions like this.
There you go.
Come on, Vaughn, bring something to the table. What do you got?
Blazers win the championship this season.
Yeah, I'm not writing that down.
I think he knows that the end is. He knows that the end's near.
All right, we got to move on to In the News with your local newsman.
I love In the News.
Yeah, we've got. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this story.
Thanks.
Genius or rude? Next, here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the NFL released the salary cap for the upcoming season, and it has topped $300 million for the first time in league history, landing at $301.2 million for 2026, which is a $22 million increase over a season ago. And over the last 5 years, the NFL salary cap has increased by 40%. Miami Heat, they say all-star guard Norman Powell, he's going to be week to week after MRI confirmed a grade 1 right growing strain. The Atlanta Falcons, they have dismissed assistant defensive line coach LaTroy Lewis after sexual assault allegations surfaced against him from when he was on the Michigan staff led by Sharon Moore. According to the woman's attorney, Lewis raped and battered her client at a hotel, and then the woman informed then Michigan head coach Sharon Moore, who she knew personally, about the incident, according to her attorney. Now, Moore's attorney has come out and says, claiming that Moore did nothing wrong and that all these claims are false. Power 4 conference commissioners are expected to join dozens of sports celebrities and dignitaries on March 6th at the White House in a roundtable discussion with President Donald Trump about the future of college athletics, which they are calling the College Sports Roundtable. Some of the headliner names include Tiger Woods, Nick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Tim Tebow, and many, many others. Duck safety Dylan Thiemann, he had a nice day at the NFL Combine today, capped off running a 4.36 in the 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of
1080 a.m.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, we're moving right along. It is Feb 27, 2026. It's time now for the news. I'm your noted newsman. Hello, thank you. Bye. I'm just kidding. It's brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Please be seated. Thank you.
I am seated.
Miami's still losing. Just wanted to update you.
Thank you for that.
The Broncos.
I hope they get in. They're going to lose to whoever they play in the NCAA tournament.
By the way, in case whoever is tuning in, for some unknown reason, much like TGL Tuesdays with Buckley, Rob has now become minor college basketball with Vaughn.
That's on me. That's my
it's
that's
really
my fault.
Vaughn's
They're
fault.
currently watching Miami of Ohio and Western Michigan, and they're caring about it for some unknown reason. So
It's not an unknown reason.
It's an unknown
Miami
reason.
of Ohio is 28-0.
That's on me. I love bad college basketball.
you have
It's a
now.
sickness.
Rob is like a child with Van and candy. You can easily manipulate him into caring about something, and you have now done that with
Well, Rob, they're
the Red
undefeated.
Hawks.
Hey, they're
undefeated, gotta
28
watch
now.
'em.
And listen, this is a sports show. Last time I checked, okay? This is a sports show.
It is a sport.
And every once in a while people text, isn't this a sports show?
There you go.
I give you this.
Yeah.
We're talking about MAC basketball, bitch.
That's right. Talking about the Red Hawks versus the Horsies, the Western Michigan Horsies.
You have a responsibility to your audience to be more responsible.
Someone's trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
out there grinding.
It is National Kahlua Day.
Oh, I love a good Kahlua. It's the only coffee thing that I like because that and
Because it has booze in it.
well, you mix it with the white. I mean, you need Kahlua to make the White Russian, which is my favorite final, and then the final, and then of course the final. When you're ready to amp down the evening, you switch to the White Russian.
It is also International Polar Bear Day.
I love a good polar bear too.
Till he rips your face off.
They are the most terrifying thing that you will ever see.
Did you see the Portland Thorns new jerseys, the Electric Bloom?
Yeah, they look good.
They're very nice.
I liked them.
But
The Thorns and the Timbers do a nice job with their jerseys.
yeah, they're great. The ones they gave us. And by the way, mine fits.
I would like to point out
They gave us Timbers jerseys.
they gave us Timber the new Civic Stadium
yeah,
kits.
they're pretty cool.
Yeah. Over the years, the Portland Timbers have now given me 3 jerseys. And by giving me 3 jerseys, they have given my children and the woman in my life a jersey because I don't know in what world that jersey is a double XL. That's not a double XL. That thing is a medium at best.
Well, so they say with the kits, because the little dainty soccer guys are all
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
And so they're like, what size are you? But we'll send you a size up.
Yeah.
Because they run really small.
Well, they didn't say really small. They said small. The biggest they have is the double XL.
It's a soccer XL. That's
See, that's a soccer
yeah.
large.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing so I'm a large
Yeah.
regularly, and so they sent me an XL, and it fits perfectly on my hot body.
I put on that double XL and immediately, the best part is everyone in my house, the 2 girls were looking at me like, ha, we got a new jersey. Everyone in my family has a jersey because apparently it is beyond soccer's ability to make an actual big soccer jersey. What do you do for larger fans? I think you're just in the hooded sweatshirt
They don't
game.
want larger
No.
fans.
Yeah, they don't want you.
They don't want you.
I put that thing on, and the best part is when I took it out of the packaging, the BTJ was looking at me. She's like, "Ooh, that's." You could tell by opening it up. She's like, that's coming my way."
Yeah, they got a new Thorns jersey called Electric Bloom, and it's great. It's pink and cool looking.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Except that there's a giant ring logo right across the chest, which is I have a hard time with.
Well,
but
all the soccer jerseys have to have this sponsor front. and
I know, but it's just giant, Okay, Genius.
I wonder if the Thorns jersey will fit me. I'm guessing no.
Genius or rude? Okay.
Okay.
This is a woman. Her name is Allie Vandergraff. She is from Medford. And she has gone viral, Jace.
Okay.
Sometimes people
Everyone
go
loves
viral.
everyone loves to go viral. Even when it's for something negative, they love going viral.
Yeah, and, she seems like a normal Oregon mom,
Okay.
So she was headed to Mexico recently,
It's probably not a good idea right now.
and she's gone viral after revealing how she avoided high-priced airport food during a flight delay, which supporters say is genius, even as critics slam it as rude and inconsiderate.
Oh boy.
Allie Vandergraff, who shares family travel tips on her Instagram account, Twin Passport Tales, racked up more than 13 million views after posting a video of herself picking up 2 freshly delivered pizzas outside Rogue Valley International Medford Airport before heading back through security.
So she just had pizza delivered to the airport.
Exactly. And she called Domino's, if you must know.
Why is that rude?
Well, I don't know. Let's read on.
Yeah.
Vandergraff was traveling to Mexico earlier this month with her husband and their 4 children, 2 sets of twins. Wow.
That sounds like hell.
Jimmy and Natalie and Sloan and Riv.
Boy, I can already tell that I dislike this woman off of the 4 kids travel blog, but whatever. She's smart for going around inflated airport pricing.
The small regional airport has limited food options, and she did not want to buy food there for 6 people as their flight was delayed. Yeah. She says airport food is just so insanely expensive. So then her husband said, "Hey, let's get some Domino's." And so using the app, they ordered 2 pies, and they tracked the delivery all the way to the gate. And they ate, and they took it onto the plane. I think that's where the rude. Some people think it's rude because it smells.
Yeah, but I think that about any food.
Well, exactly. Yeah. It's kind of rude. In a way, there are people that do think it's rude if you bring your own food onto the airplane. I think the idea is courtesy would be to eat it before you get on the plane, but sometimes you can't do that.
Yeah, I've had that before, though, where you don't want to smell something, but I don't know. It's not... She didn't do anything wrong. I thought she had some kind of crappy trick where she was trying to do... work around the system at the airport. He's ordered food. I actually think that's kind of a smart idea.
Well, I'm guessing, too, that
with kids,
she ordered food with the idea that they would be sitting and eating it while they waited on their delayed plane.
Yeah.
But it just so happens that they had to take it on the plane.
Yes.
So that might not be entirely her fault.
Yeah.
But I do think that it is kind of like, it's like, we've all sat next to the guy or the woman who brings on their burrito or something and it stinks and it's just like
someone opens up something fermented and you're like, oh my god,
come on, man.
Yeah, but at the same time,
come on, dude,
you bought the ticket, you can eat what you want. It's fine. It's a little rude, but I don't find the only thing rude about that is probably other people want pizza. If someone's sitting down with you, you're like, God, man, can I get a slice of that? Maybe that, because there's no pizza available. You should have thought like the way this lady did. I take back my statement about not liking her due to her ridiculous travel blog and double sets of twins. I like what she's got going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's resourceful, but at the same time, it's like, yes, airport food is expensive, but you also are taking 6 people to Mexico.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to do that. That's probably pretty expensive, too.
Maybe they're balling on a budget.
Well, yes, but something tells me if you can take 6 people to Mexico, you can afford airport food,
Someone said some family brought 5 fresh Subway sandwiches. The entire plane smelled like a Subway.
See, I just think that's bullshit.
I get it.
Come on, man.
I mean, I can see their point a little bit, but at the same time, it is well within your rights.
You certainly can do it. You're just an ass.
See, I don't. Like, if you brought a big thing of, like, kimchi fried rice, maybe. But, you're bringing sandwiches on a plane. I'm not going to give anyone crap for bringing sandwiches.
Someone said, I would cry if someone ordered a pizza and I had to sit next to them and smell it the whole time.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Another woman who wrote that she was a flight attendant said, this is a good idea, but only if eaten before boarding. It's going to smell up the plane, and a lot of those boxes are hard to dispose of on the plane because they take up a lot of space.
I can see that.
So,
Kenyon Sadiq, by the way, 4.4 flat 40.
Oh, like me.
After putting up a 43.5-inch vertical leap. Turns out my man there, pretty good athlete.
By the way, they're an adorable family. I have to say, the Vandergraffs.
Yeah, they're a travel blog family. That's
yeah.
You know who doesn't have a travel blog? Me. No one wants to look at me and the travel tips. What's this lady's name?
Here, I'm going to show them to you.
Yeah.
Do you think they're possibly LDS? Does that look like an LDS family?
Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they give LDS vibes.
Yeah, 100%. That's got some Mormon vibes to it.
Very cute. Yeah. Almost too perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flight attendant says, my advice is simple. If you do bring food onto the plane, choose items that are compact, easy to store under your seat, minimally messy, and simple to dispose of.
Yeah, makes sense. But again, if you don't want that, then make a policy. It's like I get it can be a little rude, but no one should get overly. You may be like annoyed.
Yeah.
But you can't.
You don't say anything.
You can't say anything. Shut up. It's if the airlines want to ban pizza, then bringing your own food on, then that's one thing.
All right.
But as long as it's within the rules, let it go. Just give them a stink eye. Plus, there's half the people who are on the plane are farting anyways, and your pizza ain't worse than that.
A local celebrity has donated to a local celebrity's gubernatorial campaign.
Oh. Who's backing Chris Dudley?
Yeah. You got it.
Boy, the number of Chris Dudley ads that I get on a daily basis, jeez. I can't vote, by the way, Chris.
They're everywhere.
I'm on the wrong side of the river, bud.
So we'll get to that and a holy woe when we woke up this morning in the headlines here locally. We'll get to those items next on The Fan. That's right. Joey Harrington coming up next hour. This is In the News, Feb 27, 2026. Brought to you by the Advocates. What else I got for you here? Oh, this was wild. I don't know if you saw this morning. And it's kind of it's a giant nothing burger, but it makes you...
Gives you a sort of thing?
Yeah, I was like, whoa. And it was the Kyron Horman news. Did you catch this?
I did not see any Kyron Horman news.
Yeah, so it's being reported that Kyron Horman, and he was the young boy who disappeared from Skyline Elementary School way back in 2010 now.
Yeah, that's been a long time.
Has been mentioned in an uncooperated tip in the Epstein files.
Really?
As first reported by the Oregonian, the file relates to an FBI tip about child trafficking happening in Thornhill, Ontario, Canada, where numerous cases were reported as potentially connected. According to the tip, there have been reports over the years about an extensive daycare/adoption ring where Epstein was reportedly spotted with his hair dyed brown. The tip claims that several reports have been made in relation to the ring about high-profile missing persons cases, including Kyron Horman, Madeleine McCann, and Haley Cummings.
Yeah, and this is unsubstantiated. This
totally
is this is where that stuff gets dicey. Is like,
yeah,
because Epstein was doing these horrific things, you get people that are now throwing all this wackadoo stuff. Kyron Horman was not trafficked. He was, everyone knows what happened. We just can't find him. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know a cop that's involved in, or I guess technically it's still open. They know. Like, they know what happened. There's plenty of circumstantial evidence. They just can't pin it. They don't have a body, and there's not enough to take it to court. But he was not trafficked.
The tipster goes on to claim the child trafficking ring was in some way related to money laundering and money movement in what they called the Epstein-Clinton Foundation, which the tipster claimed was tied to Hillary Clinton's brother.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
So it was just an anonymous tip.
Yeah, it's just an anonymous tip. Someone's just being a dumbass. I can't imagine, though, the rage for his father of one, never knowing what really happened to your son and knowing who is responsible for it and never getting justice. I don't know how you live with that. I really don't. My heart just goes out to him. 15 years, too. Actually, now going on, depending on where it happens to be, year 16.
Portland Trailblazer great Chris Dudley has ramped up his Republican gubernatorial campaign.
Yes.
And he's getting a little bit of an assist, Jace.
Who we got throwing lobs to him?
NBA All-Star Kevin Love.
Oh, okay. Does that do anything? Does that move the needle in the state of Oregon for anybody?
Well,
I'm going to ask you this.
I don't know.
Kevin Love, who, I don't know, by all accounts, nice enough guy. I don't think his dad has the best reputation, but I don't know.
Stanley.
Kevin seems fine.
Is Stanley still with us?
Stan Love? I don't know. Does anyone, because he didn't go to Oregon, he comes back to Oregon very much. Is that like, is that a thing here? Like, I never hear anyone that kind of wrap their arms around him and he's like, Portland's own.
Stan Love dead, by the way.
Okay.
I thought he died. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Stan.
2025.
Oh, just last year.
Does Love, I'm dead serious. Does Love kind of get any of the local arms around you sort of stuff?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's more of a California guy.
He hasn't done much here.
Uh-uh.
Doesn't seem.
No. I don't hear of him having businesses or a place. You don't really hear about him like coming back. There's never like that bring him home sort of thing.
That's never been a thing.
No. So.
Well, screw him then.
Well, I don't know. He's backing Chris Dudley, so.
Love, who grew up in Lake Oswego and now plays for the Utah Jazz, donated $25,000 to Dudley's bid to be the state's next governor. Dudley mentored Love when he attended Lake Oswego High School. Dudley says he taught him how to rebound.
Oh. It's kind of a bold statement.
Dudley is also a little miffed that Love does not give him credit for that.
Not when I played him, couldn't get my rebounds. I kept making shots.
Wait, what?
When I was in high school, I was in Kevin Love's league. He was at Lake Oswego. I was at Putnam.
Okay.
They were in the same league. So
Did you dominate him?
I actually outscored him when I was a senior, but we lost by 40. We lost by 40, so,
You lost by 40, but you scored more points.
It was like 90 to 50, and I had like 26 of our team's points, and he had like 25. And
Is it possible that he didn't have to do too much against Putnam?
Very possible.
No. Bottom line is that old Stephen Vaughn dominated.
I actually
ass.
have a picture, one of my favorite pictures ever, as me hitting a floater over him.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you hold on to that.
I do.
A little runner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in my phone.
Overrated, Kevin Love.
Sucks.
We know what happened when you went up against a real player, Concordia's own.
I wonder how many guys, like when you're Kevin Love,
Yeah.
how many Stevens are there
Oh,
that are
a
like,
million.
still in my phone,
Yep.
floater, 1995.
Pretty much everybody that played him.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone that played him and did anything good against him is like, oh yeah.
I joke about this, and Kevin Love has to get it 8 billion times more than I do. And it doesn't happen much anymore because I'm older now. But the amount of times I'd run into someone and would be like, I played against you, I was evergreen, and every one of them kicked my ass. I for a while there, I'm like, I must have been the worst offensive lineman because everyone that I'd come across dominated me in high school.
Oh, look, I'm 6'2" and white, all right? I'm going to take the wins where I can.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm guessing
Celebrate your victories.
everyone that plays, because Dan Dickow said that same sort of thing. I remember talking to Dickow once about that, and he has that too. He's like, oh yeah.
And I would never admit that I dominated Kevin Love. He completely dominates our team, and we lost by 40, so, you know.
You probably remember me.
Yeah, he
Played
probably remembers that.
Played at Putnam.
I don't think he remembers Rex Putnam High School. No chance.
Who is Rex Putnam, by the way?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Oh.
Just random dude, I guess.
You went to Rex Putnam, but you don't know who.
Didn't you know who he is?
No.
Really?
I don't care.
I mean, I know. I went to BYU. I know who Brigham Young is. You would think you would know who the name of your school.
Rex Putnam was an American educator from the state of Oregon.
Oh.
A former classroom teacher and district superintendent, he served as Oregon Superintendent of Public Instruction for nearly 25 years.
And you don't even know.
He's
See,
the
well,
longest.
that's not memorable.
You son of a bitch.
He's the longest-serving state school superintendent in Oregon history.
I had him as second longest tenure.
And boy, he looks exactly the way you think
Yeah,
that an educator from the 60s
Yeah.
would look like.
he
in
looks
Oregon.
like
does,
a
yeah.
stern man.
Yes, he does. I'll tell you what, Rex
Got the glasses.
Putnam did not put up with any baloney.
He gave some beatings with some
Oh.
meter sticks.
100%.
But with love, with care.
What do you call
Doesn't
those
care,
glasses? Because those aren't Dahmer glasses.
The 60s glasses.
What do you call those?
Boy, everybody had those.
Everyone had them.
I don't know.
Because now the Dahmer glasses, when you see the Dahmer glasses, you know that person is probably a pedo and is into some weird stuff. But when you see the Putnam glasses, that dude's got a paddle or a stick and you're about to get hit with it.
Yeah, like he's going to beat you.
Yes. No one that has ever worn those glasses has ever given someone a hug in their life.
He's never said he's loved anybody.
No. You see those glasses, you're not getting I love you. You're going to get one of these. The best you will get is I'm going to do this, and by do this, I'm going to hit you because I care. That's what you get.
That's right.
You don't get I love you, and you may get one of these. Why do you make me do this?
I see potential.
Those are brow line glasses.
Brow line.
That's what they
All
call
right.
those.
Yeah.
Timeless, it says.
Whatever.
But I do not find them timeless. I find them actually like the opposite of
They're
timeless.
terrifying.
They're
to me.
straight from the 50s and
Yes.
60s, and
Yes.
that's it. Nobody ever wears them anymore.
Should we bring him back or?
No.
I don't think we should.
The Dahmer glasses are kind of,
Yeah, old school glasses.
yeah,
are
they're
coming
kind
back.
of becoming a hipster thing again.
What was I looking at here?
Brow line.
Oh yeah, Rexy, sexy Rexy Putnam.
Back in the day, whenever I would look at like the old Mormon photos, like when I was in church, all the old Mormon leaders wore those. Every one of them.
He was born in Buffalo Gap, South Dakota. He went to the University of Oregon,
Dude,
and his hometown is Milwaukee, Oregon.
You're telling me that dude was born in 1890 in Buffalo Gap, South Dakota, wore those glasses? That was an angry, angry man.
Yeah, 1890. God.
1890 in South Dakota.
He was a Democrat.
Didn't matter.
His spouse's name was Eleanor, and I believe I know what her glasses look like.
Yep.
And apparently he was a great man.
What do you think?
He got a doctorate from Lewis and Clark.
What do you think Rex Putnam thinks of the Oregon school system today? Let's bring back an AI ghost version of Rex Putnam and have him look at Portland Public Schools, see how that goes.
Don't think he's a fan.
Boy, can you imagine Rex Putnam sitting over there and us interviewing him?
No. He would. He wouldn't suffer us for one
He
second.
would hate you guys so much.
He wouldn't even come on.
He would just backhand one of them.
True story.
Just
Put us in our place.
yeah.
Out of love.
I hit you because I care.
In the news, that's it. February 27, 2026, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Headlines next. Joey Harrington next hour on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by 808 Hawaiian Restaurant. Mixed plates like Grandma used to make if your grandma were from the Big Island. Woodstock, Burnside, Beaverton are online at 808-o-8.com. First on The Fan, NFL salary cap has topped $300 million for the first time in league history, landing at $301.2 million for 2026, which is a $22 million increase over a season ago. And over the last 5 years, the cap has increased 40% for the NFL. Atlanta Falcons, they have dismissed assistant defensive line coach LaTroy Lewis after sexual assault allegations surfaced against him from when he was on Sharon Moore's staff at Michigan. According to the woman's attorney, Lewis raped and battered her client at a hotel. The woman then informed Michigan head coach Sharon Moore, who she knew personally about the incident, according to her attorney. Now, Moore's attorney has come out and claimed that Moore did nothing wrong, saying that all these claims are false. Power 4 conference commissioners are expected to join dozens of sports celebrities and dignitaries on March 6th at the White House in a roundtable discussion with President Trump about the future of college athletics, which they're calling the College Sports Roundtable. Some of the headliner names include Tiger Woods, Nick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Tim Tebow, and many others. Miami Heat guard Norman Powell will be week to week after an MRI confirmed a grade 1 right growing strain. And a big day at the Combine, Duck safety Dylan Thieneman ran a 4.36 to give him the fourth best safety 40-yard dash at the Combine, while tight end Kenyon Sadiq ran a 4.440 and recorded a 43.5-inch vertical jump. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Thanks, Isaac.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Friday. What's up? It's your sports bros, your sportsmen. I'm Isaac. Big Soup's right over there.
Right.
Stephen Vaughn in the house. Coming up tonight in the club, how small is the world's smallest penis? Souk tells all.
It's an expose, really. I've been working on this for a couple years, trying to be open about it. That is kind of terrifying when you, like, what is the, like...
Bro.
You have an idea of what it's worse than you think?
Wait, just wait.
Worse than you think.
It's a thing. I mean, sort of.
Poor bastard.
I also have an elevator shaft follow-up. Somebody sent me
a lot
something...
of shaft in the club today, apparently.
Somebody sent me something very interesting. Yesterday we were talking in the club about the golfer who must not have been paying attention, but he was in South Africa, and his elevator door opened, and there was no elevator car.
Yeah, he just stepped in.
He stepped in and fell 3 stories.
Yeah. He may never golf again, by the way.
He did live.
It's not good.
But he was severely injured. And somebody sent me something that sent me down a rabbit hole about that. Because you and I were talking about how, look, come on, just pay attention. Yeah. Like, I've never seen that. Like, that isn't a thing where it's just not there and you just step in and fall.
Well, it happens in Russia, but you usually die. So... It seems to be that elevator and window falls are exclusively a Russian thing.
But there was a pop culture reference, a pop culture moment that led a lot of people to always think about looking before you step into an elevator.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't know this until it was brought to my attention
today. I
have
never once thought about looking before stepping in an elevator.
Never pull a Larry. That's the tease.
Although lately, if you notice, there's been a lot of sinkholes lately.
Yeah.
I feel like sinkholes are ramping up in my irrational fear game. Because I've always mentioned that I thought quicksand would be a bigger deal. That and catching on fire. But lately I feel like quicksands and maybe some elevator shafts are climbing my ranks.
There was that video of in Omaha where these cars were on the road and it just exploded in a hole and the cars landed in the hole.
Yeah.
It was just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was like right under both cars.
Swallowed them up.
Just at a stoplight.
Yeah, and the people didn't die or anything. They just fell a little bit.
And then I saw another one today.
And by the way, Steven was saying that he would not help those people, and I'm with him.
Really?
It wasn't bad enough.
I think I'm with Rob. I would probably call 911, say, hey, there's a big giant hole on 2nd Street.
And you just drive off?
No, like I said, we'd call 911 because that's not my job. I'm not a rescuer. Because it's
what am I going to do?
You don't get out of the car to check and make sure everyone's okay? Not
in that. If you saw that video, did you see that video?
I saw the video.
Yeah, it wasn't bad enough that you get out of the car. It's like they're fine. It's just they just need a fire. They need a fire truck to come get them.
And you're saying you're a good human being because you put back the shopping cart?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. I'll call 911.
You have to get out of the car and you have to do an obligatory. Are you okay? Do you need anything?
I'm going around them.
You're behind the sinkhole.
Yeah.
That 2 cars go down, and you just say 911 and go around.
That's right.
And
it wasn't.
You claim to be a good person.
Well, I am a good person, but it makes it sound bad that it's a sinkhole. It was just kind of like a little. I mean, they how far did they fall? Do you think?
The top of the cars are still hanging out.
Yeah, it's like they're fine.
the back of them sunk in. You weren't. Oh man.
And by the way, Steven agrees with me. He says,
what am I gonna do? Like, I can check on you and say, "Are you all right?" Like, I'm not getting in the hole.
You need to make sure that they're okay. If they need help out of the hole, you're a first responder at that point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't pull over for a car wreck in your neighborhood?
Yes, car wreck. Yes, I've done that before actually. But again, this was not. I'm saying there's a severity level that needs to. There's a severity threshold that must be met.
And a car sinking into the earth?
Yeah, again, you're making it sound worse than it was. If you see the video, it really wasn't that bad.
I saw the video.
And the fire team is gonna, do fine to help him out of there. I did once come across a guy who had flipped his truck, and he was upside down in the truck.
Yeah, you gotta stop there.
And
right?
I was the first guy.
Yeah.
Upon him.
Yeah.
And after I checked his wallet,
see if he had a few bucks on him.
No, I was talking to him, and he was pretty freaked out, but he was okay. And he said, "Call my girlfriend." And he dictated the number.
Oh.
And I had to call and tell her that he had been in an accident. And she was quite upset.
Did you get new phone? Who dis?
She was like, "Hello?" Like, well, listen, I don't know how to say this, but your boyfriend, or whatever his name was, has been in an accident. He's okay. He just wanted me to let you know.
I personally
that he's breaking up with you.
And he may be
with all this insurance money he's about to get.
And are you hot?
And text me.
Yeah, your voice sounds kind of sexy. Your man may be laid up for a little bit. What do you got going on? I just feel if you go by a motor vehicle wreck, a fire, any sort of emergency situation, you have an obligation to at least pull over, even if it's just a roll down the window. Hey.
Oh, I'll do that.
Everyone all right?
Yell out the window?
I'll yell out the window. Hey, calling 911.
The best part was the cars behind it just kind of like slowly creeped backwards. Like, what?
Yeah, they got out of there. All right, so a couple headlines here. Two very hot Final Four picks are meeting tonight in college basketball. Number 3, Michigan. Number 10, Illinois.
Yes.
In Champaign. Good ball game.
Could be a big matchup for Oregon in the Big Ten tournament,
Miami of Ohio, we are following very closely breaking news tonight that Miami of Ohio, who is 28-0 and trying to go 29-0 and finish off an incredible run as an undefeated college basketball team, they are winning 67-65 at Western Michigan with 30 seconds left.
I believe that's the first lead they've taken, right? I mean, they've been behind. Every time I've looked, they've been trailing. This might be the first lead. Steven
is rooting very hard against them because he wants nothing more than to bet against them in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
My fear is if they lose a game, they are out.
He's so excited about it.
He believes as an undefeated team, they'll get like a 10 seed and then will be drilled because he's watched Miami of Ohio for some godforsaken reason.
Every time
they're terrible.
Every time I'm in that studio, he's watching them. Like it's a thing.
Once they got to like 22-0, I've been watching them like every time I can.
I've got a little football news for you. Did you know that old-ass Tony Dungy is on his way out of Sunday Night Football?
The entire crew's getting the axe, basically.
Are they? They getting rid of
Harrison.
Rodney?
They're cleaning house.
Oh.
And that needed to happen, by the way. Even though that was a highly ranked show, it was highly ranked simply because it was Sunday Night Football.
Who's the host, gal? She's wonderful.
Maria Taylor?
Maria Taylor. I love Maria
She's
Taylor.
Great.
She's really good at what she does. Easy on the eyes, too.
They are, I think I saw today that they're doing it's because I think like the announcers like Collinsworth is sticking around on Tirico, but like all the studio guys, I think Garrett's gone, Dungy's gone, Rodney Harrison's gone. They're kind of doing a clean sweep of it. And look, I know that Tony Dungy is like the quiet strength. Dude, he is terrible on that show. He offers nothing.
Yeah, he's pretty basic.
Yes. So I am glad to see.
And wasn't he the one that said they were putting litter boxes in children's bathrooms?
He's just
for kids who identify as cats.
I'm ready for Tony Dungy to move on.
He
and same thing with Rodney Harrison. And so I don't know who they're going to go out and get.
They're eating the cats.
But it's time for it's time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they get.
Yeah.
Maybe you.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think they want me. Although that would be you want to talk about a mood shift from Tony Dungy's quiet strength to whatever the hell it is I'm doing.
To you.
Well, I think the Amazon crew, honestly, right now is the best thing going. Where they have like Whitworth and Sherm and those guys. I think that's the best group. I don't know if you can get them off of Amazon, but I'd go throw some money at that. That's a good show. They do a good job.
All right, coming up next, who did ESPN rank number 1 among college football quarterbacks of the 2000s? Same thing.
2000.
Who do you think they ranked number 1?
I got a good idea.
Joey Harrington.
I don't think so.
I know everyone's on the edge of the seat. Miami of Ohio, buzzer-beating win. Game-winning shot.
Really?
Right at the buzzer.
You're ahead of us. Here it is right here. 2, 1. Oh, wow. Can they be stopped?
The freaking Redhawks.
Get on board.
67. They just beat the 10-18 Western Michigan
Horsies.
Yeah, the Horsies. Down go the Horsies. Can we also talk, too, that, like, you remember Pat Riley came out recently and talked about the coaches, like, not wearing, like, gym clothes?
He wants them wearing suits.
It looks bad in the NBA. It looks even worse in college basketball. You know, like,
You want them wearing suits?
Yeah, this guy, because at least in the NBA, you know that like, that's a professional. But when you watch this, like, you watch some of these coaches at low-level, like, colleges, it's just such a bad look. The windbreaker quarter zip-up thing.
So here's a question. That coach for Miami of Ohio, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
But you're right. He's
looks
got
like a team manager, for God's
Travis
sakes.
Steele, I believe is his name.
Travis Steele.
That's a good name.
He's got a blue T-shirt and a zip up,
Yeah.
quarter zip.
Yeah.
Don't you think come NCAA tournament time that guy's in a suit for the first round game?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Everyone does this now. They all dress
Mick
like
Cronin
this.
wears a suit.
I hate Mick Cronin, but yeah, at least he wears a suit.
Come on, dude. Are you raising your voice?
He looks like this guy. Like, he looks like he works at Dick's Sporting Goods. Like, Pat Riley said that the other day during his statue unveiling, and I couldn't agree more.
Well, Pat Riley's one of the best dressed,
Yes,
most handsome basketball men of all time.
Yeah, he said he encouraged people to actually look like they're trying to be leaders, as opposed to it looks like I'm trying to sell some discounted, Adidas merchandise.
All right, Joey Harrington coming up live from the Combine on The Fan. Yeah, the ESPN does a ranking of college football's top 100 quarterbacks of the 2000s. And they do it every year. They update it with, new quarterbacks.
Sure.
And I brought this up because, Dusty actually forwarded this to us because we were going to make Joey guess where he lands on the list. Although he's at the Combine, so maybe he's got some more pressing material today.
Combine news.
We'll find out next. Yeah. But you care to guess where he is? This is 2000 to 2026.
Sure.
And by the way, J.J. McCarthy, who won a championship, is number 100.
Really?
Yeah.
He's 100?
Yep. It's him, Bryce Petty, and Trevon Boykin.
Bryce Petty. Huh. Is number one, I'd be interested where they go with number one. So
a lot of candidates.
There's a lot of candidates. So I'm guessing they're not doing like 1 year. They're going to do total career.
Correct.
Because 1 year, it's going to be probably Burrow, Cam, or Vince. Career, maybe Tebow.
Tebow's fourth.
Tebow's fourth.
Top three.
So since 2000?
Yes.
Got to be Vince.
Vince is third.
Burrow. That's where I went.
See, Burrow would be where I would go, but they have him fifth.
See, career's weird because Cam Newton played 1 year, but it was the year. Like, he wins the Heisman. He carries a very average team. At least Burrow's team was loaded. Dude, Auburn was an average team, and Cam Newton took them to a national championship.
Yeah, they've got Burrow 5, and Cam Newton was...
and then Vince, that was a talented team, but...
Oh, they have Cam Newton, too. And they put those guys where they did because they were, like, one...
Then it's Vince. I mean, I guess Vince didn't win the Heisman Trophy, but Vince took down... by himself, the best team we've seen in...
He's the best quarterback I've seen in the 2000s.
He was third. Like I said, he was third. Mariota was ninth.
Are we doing... Okay, I'm trying to think who else. We got Deshaun Watson, maybe?
Matt Leinart.
Watson...
Leinart was a bum.
Sixth. Leinart not in the top 10.
He's 6. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty controversial who they put number one, but think career. Like, he played... I'm
thinking Heisman
much
trophies.
4 seasons.
So Kyler Murray's not number one. He won a Heisman. Jalen Hurts won. No,
you're on the right track.
I'm on the right track.
Yeah,
Baker
Mayfield.
Get the F out of town.
That's terrible.
They're saying Baker Mayfield is the best.
Yeah, they're saying Newton, Young, and Burrow had the best seasons. Mayfield had the best career. It began with him walking on at Texas Tech, quickly winning the starting job and throwing for 413 yards in his debut. He lost his job to injury, then traded up, landing at OU. The Sooners hadn't won an outright conference title since 2010, but he led them to 3 in a row with 3 top 5 finishes and 2 college football playoff bids.
They're actually losers. I don't think they ever won a game.
His storybook career ended with him throwing and rushing for 5,000 yards and 48 TDs, winning the Heisman and bringing OU to within an eyelash of the national title.
Yeah, they were up $1 million and lost the lead to Georgia in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I remember that game. He was so good that despite non-prototypical size, the Browns couldn't resist making him the number 1 pick in the 2018 draft.
Boy,
Yeah, that's controversial.
That is...
So who would it be for you? You said Vince Young?
That's Vince for me. Rough. Vince was the best quarterback I've seen.
See, for me, it's Burrow, only because of the one season.
Again, it's tough. You're to me, Burrow, Cam, Vince. I can't get over it. To me, it's either Cam or Vince because I think they took lesser teams, and it might be Vince because he beat that. No offense to Oregon, but Cam beating Oregon is not the same thing as they were talking before that game that USC team was the greatest college football team of all time, and Vince Young beat them. And like Texas didn't beat them, Vince Young beat them. So I might lean towards Vince simply because he slayed the dragon. Whereas Burrow was so good, but that team he had was ridiculous.
Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are your receivers.
It's silly. But I'll listen to any of that. Like that's at that point, it's just. I think we all know that whether you're talking about Tebow, you're talking about Vince, you're talking about Cam. Like
you're splitting hairs.
You're splitting hairs.
Number 20, Jaden Daniels. Number 19, Andrew Luck. Matt Leinart, 18.
Yeah.
Jameis, 17. Sam Bradford, 16. And Kellen Moore, 15. Then you have Fernando Mendoza.
Kellen Moore.
Yeah. Well, he had a big career. I mean, he threw.
Yeah. Well, what did Ken Dorsey do then? I think Ken Dorsey lost like 1 game.
Kellen Moore went 50-3.
Huh. And Did you say where Deshaun Watson was?
Yeah, he was 7th.
And what about Trevor Lawrence? Because they both won national championships at Clemson and were damn good.
Yeah, he's 11. So
Okay.
Fernando Mendoza is 14, Johnny Manziel 13, Colt McCoy 12, Trevi 11, Robert Griffin 10.
You forget about RG3.
Mariota 9, Lamar Jackson 8, Kyler Murray 7, then it's Deshaun, Burrow, Teebs, Vince Young, Cam Newton.
There was another one. Marcus doesn't get remembered. Marcus was so good.
Top 10.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that he's getting that sort of love.
105 tutties, 14 picks.
Yep,
which is crazy.
He was something else. He was really.
So where do
really
you
special.
think Joey is? Above or below Bo Nix?
He'll be below Bo Nix.
That is correct.
You said this when you said anytime we're talking about the Blazers, just stick them right in the middle. You know what?
You're going number 50?
I'm going put me right smack dab in the middle. Give me Joey Heisman right in the middle, 50.
Joey is number 64.
Oh, all right. That's
so he's sandwiched right in between Mason Rudolph and Keenan Reynolds of Navy.
well. Really?
Yeah. Jackson Dart ahead of him. Patrick Mahomes below him. They have Mahomes 66.
Oh my God! Do you hold on? Is this like when Vaughn had the picture over
Frame it. Frame
Kevin
that.
Love? Do you frame that and be like, "That was a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes"? And it's true. He had a better career.
Yeah, he was.
I bet you had a better career than he had a better career than Tom Brady too.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes' Texas Tech team went 12-13.
Huh? Where's Braids?
Oh, Tom's braids?
Yeah.
I don't even think he's on here. I got to look, though.
He was splitting time. He's a bitch.
Yeah, he didn't start till his senior year, didn't he? Or was it?
I don't think he was ever necessarily the full-time guy. I think he had like a little bit of a rotation going on. Maybe his senior year.
Carson Beck and Shadur Sanders, 86 and 87.
Carson Beck.
I don't see.
Carson Beck stinks. Who's like the worst name on that list?
BJ Simons, Texas Tech.
Is there any remember like all those Pac-12 guys like Luke Falk?
Ooh, Max Hall's on here.
Hey, BYU got one, huh?
Derek Anderson?
93rd.
That's
Derek
what
Anderson is not.
That's what I was wondering because a lot of those like Oregon State guys, Mannion and they put up big numbers.
Yeah.
I think Luke Falk might still be the number one passer in Pac-12 history.
Kenny Pickett, 69. Aaron Rodgers, 68.
Kenny Pickett. Who's I gotta find.
Well,
this.
he went to Pitt.
All right,
Remember?
what do I Google here? Just top 100 quarterbacks. I want
sure,
to see
you
who
can find it.
I want to see who the worst quarterback is.
Brad Banks at 61.
Oh, is that Iowa?
Yeah, he wasn't very good.
Brad Banks is on here.
Yeah.
Eric Crouch? Or was that 90s?
Where's the list of the top 100 centers over the last 25 years? Let's go.
Kyle
You're on
Trask, 56.
Where did I find
Eli Manning, 54.
Well, it's weird when you take in context. Hey, Bailey Zappi's on here.
How about Crouch at 52?
Well, yeah, he won the Heisman Trophy. I mean, again, this isn't what you did in the NFL. This is
Here's
like
your
what you did
answer.
in college.
Colin Klein, Kansas State, 48.
Colin Klein's in there?
He wasn't that good.
Doesn't feel that way. I'm kind of scrolling through, and some of the names are like, you're like, oh, Zach Wilson, BYU great.
Any Kansas quarterbacks?
Yeah, Reesing's in there.
Nice.
He was the man.
Interesting. You know, you're in that time of the year when you're just like, when someone at ESPN's like, I'm going to put together a list of the top 100 quarterbacks. Give me Bailey Zappi.
Well, they do this every year. And
Do
they? They keep updating it.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, 31. Bo Nix, 30. Dylan Gabriel, 25.
They put Bo Nix at 30, huh? I guess he wasn't complete dog crap at Auburn, and then he had 2 really, really good years at Oregon.
All right, let's see if Joey can guess where he's at on the list. He is live from the Combine.
Yes.
Coming up next, here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the NFL has released its salary cap number, and it is a giant one. Top $300 million. It's at $301.2 million for the salary cap in 2026. That is a $22 million increase over a season ago. In the last 5 years, the salary cap has gone up by 40%. Miami Heat, they say all-star wing Norman Powell, he'll be week to week after an MRI confirmed a grade 1 right growing strain. Atlanta Falcons, they have dismissed assistant defensive line coach LaTroy Lewis after sexual assault allegations surfaced against him from when he was on Sharon Moore's staff at Michigan. According to the woman's attorney, Lewis raped and battered the client at a hotel, and then the woman informed then Michigan head coach Sharon Moore, who she knew personally, about the incident. Now, Moore's attorney has come out and claiming that Moore did nothing wrong, saying that all these claims are false. Power 4 conference commissioners are expected to join dozens of sports celebrities and dignitaries on March 6th at the White House in a roundtable discussion with President Trump about the future of college athletics, which they are calling the College Sports Roundtable. Some of the headline names include Tiger Woods, Nick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Tim Tebow, and many others. Big day for some Oregon Ducks at the NFL Combine. Dylan Thieneman ran a 4.37 and a 4.36 in the 40-yard dash. Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end, a 4.39 40 and recorded a 43.5-inch vertical leap. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the Georgia Coy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call Georgia Coy at WarrenAllen.com.
Waking up on Monday and the coffee just can't quite wash away last night's 6-pack of hams. But Tuesday brings the promise of making things all right, but you still drive to work in your family's minivan. The doctor calls on Wednesday right before your flight to talk about your colorectal exam. You're back to work on Thursday and your boss is all uptight 'cause you didn't push your best-selling brand. But now it's the Friday drive and it's story time. Yes, it's story time. The one time a week when you can truly plan to kick back and listen to story time. Yes, it's story time. We're pushing it out on every airwave we can. We're on both 105.1 and 1080 The Fan. Part of the Fan's Global Sports Radio Network.
Okay.
That song puts me in a good mood every damn time.
I gotta tell you, man, Suk and I sing along to it like out loud.
The thing is a jam. It slaps.
It really is a jam. Hi.
Hi.
It's late there, isn't it?
It is.
Are you in a bar drunk?
I am.
Good. This will be the best Joey Harrington interview yet. What's going on out there? What are you doing? Why are you there? What's
I'm
happening?
at the combine again.
Yeah, but
I know, but why? Are you a mentor?
Remember we did? Yeah, we did. It's the mentor thing.
Oh, you're
right?
doing it again. Okay, we didn't know. We didn't know.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I mean, you didn't ask.
So who did you mentor this time?
Yeah, who do we have?
Let's see. My group this year is the top half of the alphabet. So let me see if I can get this. Drew Aller, Luke Altmaier, Carson Beck, Jalen Daniels, Talon Green, Haynes King, and Joe Fignano.
It's an interesting group of quarterbacks this year because going into this was supposed to be this great class, and now there's one, maybe two first-round quarterbacks.
Yeah, both of whom are probably in the other group.
Yeah,
it's an interesting group. You know, last year we had Jackson Dart, Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers. You know, guys who, and that was just in my group. Shador was in the other group. But they were personalities, right? They were alphas. They were they controlled the room. There was an energy. They'd sit at the dinner table and I said they had something to them. This year's class is a lot quieter, a lot more reserved, a lot more of the trying to glean information from the sidelines as opposed to up in your face, like asking direct questions.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know that's a good or a bad thing, right? Like there's more than one way to skin a cat. It's what works for it's if it works for you.
Is
right?
Is it possible too that a lot of those guys aren't? I mean, you got a lot of grinders in there. I mean, that's kind of one of those where you realize. Like you went into the league knowing you were going to play right away. I'm guessing every one of those guys knows that their path to sticking in this league is probably a long road, and maybe there's an element to that.
Yeah, for sure. I had dinner with Haynes King tonight from Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a grinder, and the only reason he transferred from A&M to Georgia Tech was because he was grinding, and realized that he didn't have a path to grind anymore, so he went somewhere else to grind. Like that's a guy that could end up finding himself on a roster and earn a spot because he just knows how to work.
When you talk to them, what is that mentality like for all these guys? Because you probably had to have this later in your career, but for guys that have always been the guy or that this is the hope to always get on the field and now realize that maybe the goals changed a little bit, do you have to change the mentality a little bit, knowing that you're probably not competing for the job, you're just trying to compete for a job?
A job, yeah. Oh no, that's for sure. And it's trying to get these guys to realize. So, okay, let me see if I can come up with the right. There were 300 at the combine last year, 800 rookies that made NFL made it into training camp, and only 137 that made an opening day roster.
Yeah.
Right. So you are truly going from the top of the top. You are the alpha dog to trying to find a way to displace somebody who's had this job for the last 6 years. Right. It is a shift of mentality, and truly only. I don't want to say only for the strong, but like there's a resiliency that you have to have if you're going to make it in this league.
So obviously they haven't worked out or thrown or anything yet. It's probably pretty early in the process, but does any one guy stand out to you or intrigue you more than someone else?
Well, so we throw tomorrow. So I'll get to see the guys kind of in action tomorrow. intriguing for me is Drew Aller.
Oh.
It really is. He is an incredibly engaging, likable guy, right? He is. You sit and talk with him, and it's like, man, you're a good dude. Like, hey, throw me in the huddle. Let's go. I'll get behind. And he's huge. Like he's looking down on me. He's probably got an inch and 20 pounds on me. And I've always wondered why they never really used him at Penn State. Right? They never really used him until the fourth quarter to start throwing the ball. Like he was always the guy that had the physical skills, and you're sitting there like, why? Well, you start talking to some people around the league here, and I think it had a lot to do with the coaching staff at Penn State. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really intrigued to see how he throws it tomorrow, like to see if he can impress a team to maybe jump up and grab him a little bit higher than he may have gone.
Yeah, that was always that was a big discussion point this season because he does have all the tools, and we were talking about that, and we might even talk about that with you, where you got a guy who you can, it's one of two ways. You can unleash him because he's got those tools and live with the turnovers, or you can put the reins on him and hold him back and live with that result. And I feel like Franklin and those guys did the latter, and it did not serve anyone well because Franklin got fired, and Aller is now kind of getting, he just couldn't really show what he could fully do.
No, I think that's a great example. I don't think anybody is better off being conservative and holding the reins back. I'm curious. What am I most intrigued about? I'm most intrigued about Drew to see if he can just chuck it out there and turn a few heads.
And is he fully healthy?
He's doing everything. Yeah. So he's planning on throwing, and I don't know if he's running. So let me say that. Yeah. But to come in and throw, it's Yeah,
because he's another one of those guys, and I know he's in the other group, but I've heard that about Aller, and I've heard it about Nussmeier, that are two guys that had a lot of hype, didn't work out this year because both were injured and weren't the kind of the seasons, but those are two guys that I'm hearing that a team may jump up and grab based on what happens there this weekend.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
What's Carson Beck like?
Carson's a good guy. He's I haven't quite been able to get a beat on him yet. And granted, like, let's also say that knowing that I am not the focal point of this weekend, right? Everybody has a lot more important things to do and more important people to talk to. But what I've done is tell them all, like, hey, I'm a resource for you. I'm here if you need me. If you want to sit down, and I was about to say something I probably couldn't say on radio. If you want to shoot the malarkey,
Right.
If you want to ask some questions, if you want to just pick my brain, I'm here for you. But he's one of those guys who's got a lot of people pulling him in a lot of different directions.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the opportunity to get down and to sit down and talk with him in the way that I have some of the other guys.
Is it strange now too that, like, for a guy like Carson Beck, that guy's a millionaire now. It's a little weird. I mean, that guy is, and he, with all due respect to him, he made a lot more money in college than he's going to make in the NFL, more than likely.
Yep. Yeah, that's the truth. So what do? You try and convince a guy like that to put his nose down and just grind.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's got to be weird. Like, to go from making, in theory, I mean, depending on what you believe, I mean, he could have gone from making $6-7 million a year to making $500,000 or a lot less.
700,000. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's a very real possibility. It's the incarnation of the joke that the guys from USC, when they take a pay cut to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
But this actually might be the actual the actual real thing.
Yeah.
Who you rubbing elbows with down there? Like, who's the biggest name you've talked to so far? Are you and Tom's Braids hanging out, or what?
You.
Oh.
That's
well, yeah. Take us
name
out. Take us out of it.
Take you out of the equation.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna pull the name drop here. I was at dinner tonight with not necessarily the biggest name, but Will Shields and Orlando Pace.
Ooh,
whoa!
A couple Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'm sitting there at the table, and there's a couple of young O linemen, and I can see them. Their ears are perked up, but I was. My ears were perked up, like trying to get pieces of, bits of info from them. Like, anytime you can be around somebody who has literally been the best, I tell people, for as crummy as, crummy air quotes as my NFL career was, for the better part of 5 or 6 years, I was one of the 32 best people in the world at what I did. Those two guys are quite literally the best people in the history of the world at what they did. And they didn't do it for 5 or 6 years. They did it for 15. I was talking to Will, and he was listing when he came into his first game with the Chiefs. Marcus Allen was his tailback, and in his last game with the Chiefs, Larry Johnson was the tailback.
Wow.
He played with Joe Montana, with Trent Dilfer, with Patrick Mahomes, and through his entire 14 years, never missed one game.
Wow.
Jeez. And Joey Harrington instantly got jealous. He's like, why did I get that? All right, well, when we come back, we're going to find out where you think you rank among the top 100 quarterbacks of the 2000s. Okay, you ready for this question?
Wait, what? There's no context. Okay, we got to need some more context to that question.
We'll set it up.
There's a list.
We'll tee it up for you. This is Joey Harrington live from the Combine, courtesy of Mods PDX on the Fan.
It's time.
1080 AM.
All right, we have Joey Harrington with us live from the Combine in Indy, where he is mentoring the likes of Drew Aller and Haynes King. One question before we get to the real topic, and that is where you rank on the top 100 quarterbacks of the 2000s. But I just wonder, you said they're throwing tomorrow. Like, I don't know, what it seems like in an environment like that, it's not too high stress. I mean, they all throw, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of all the same. What are you looking for when you're watching these guys throw?
What am I looking for? What are teams looking for? What?
Well, I would say you, like, just as your so that's going to help you formulate your opinion watching them throw about these guys on the next level. What will yeah, like, what are you looking for? I
want to see how they spin it. I want to see how it comes out of their hand. I want to see if their throwing motion is natural. I want to see, like, there are guys who can muscle a ball, 50 yards down the field. But, like, the way the ball jumped out of Michael Vick's hand, like, is something that I can't explain, right? There's a fluidity, there's a snap, there's a, and conversely, a guy like Chad Pennington, who, had a wet noodle attached to his shoulder, how does he anticipate? Like, you're working with wide receivers who you've never worked with before. Are you hesitating a little bit because you're not sure? Or are you still cutting it loose and letting them run underneath the route? Like, those are the kind of things that whether somebody goes, 47 for 50 or 42 for 50, it doesn't matter, right? That's inconsequential. I want to see how they. What's the word I'm trying to like? I want to see the mechanics. I want to see the thought process. I want to see if that ball has the ability to cut through the wind in Lambeau in a Sunday night game in December.
You want the zip?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and if it's not zip, then it needs to be anticipation, right? I want to see someone who's fluid. I don't want to see somebody who's robotic.
Well, and they know all the routes they're going to throw, but they don't know who they're throwing to. So how hard is that as a quarterback to throw to people that you don't know?
Yeah, you just got to cut it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how to describe it, but it's very hard because you get to know somebody's body language. You get to know when his hips are dropping. That tells you he's coming out of his break. You get to know somebody, when he tilts his head left, he's actually going right. Like, those are the things the rapport that you build with wide receivers that you played with for years, not that just, happen to show up and you chuck the ball around in front of every general manager and head coach on a cold field in Indianapolis.
Who was the best wide receiver you ever played with?
You asked me that before, and it's a tough question. Talent-wise, pure potential, oh man, like Mike Williams, Roy Williams, Charles Rogers all had they all had something that was special about them. Chris Chambers was just a freak athlete, but if I had to pick one, it would be Wes Welker.
Ooh.
Because I knew where he was going to be. Was he the fastest? No, I don't think he ran it. I genuinely, he didn't get invited to the combine, and I think he ran a 4.6 at his pro day. Like, he was not fast, but I knew that he saw exactly what I saw. And so and that's the thing, kind of back to your question, is like, how do you throw to a guy that you don't have a rapport with? Well, you're guessing. Conversely, when you get up to the line of scrimmage and you see the two shell and the safety rolls back into a single and you've got a pressure coming off the backside, and Wes looks at you and he looks at you to tell you, like, oh, I got you. I see what you see. You know exactly where he's going to be. And so as a quarterback, you can cut it loose, wham, ball on the right shoulder. You don't have to think about something else. And he makes you better.
Yeah. You did say something, too, that all three of those guys you mentioned in Detroit were all super high picks, all talent in the world, and none of them really had great careers. And then Wes Welker, was a kid out of Texas Tech that no one gave two craps about, started out as a punt return, and is one of the best slot receivers of all time.
Bingo.
Yeah.
All right, so here you go. This is the last thing. I'll cut you loose. I know you got to get back to drinking at the indie bars. But ESPN has put together the top 100 college football quarterbacks of the 2000s. Okay, so this is career, not just season, career.
No. But is this? Didn't we talk about something like this like a year or two ago or something?
Probably. They do it every year.
Yeah, they put out the list.
But they change it every year.
Again. Oh, they change. Okay, I gotcha. All right.
Where do you think you are this year?
Obviously, I'm on it since you're asking me the question.
You're definitely on it. Oh, you're not. Yeah.
90.
No.
87.
64th, man. Come on, don't sell yourself short. Mason Rudolph is behind you. Jackson Dart is ahead of you. And, by the way, Patrick Mahomes is behind you. 66th.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Collegiately.
So you say on the airway, the headline, Joe Harrington claims better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. We've got you quoted. ...
in college.
In college.
Well, we'll eliminate that part of it. So we're all about sensationalized headlines here. Come on.
Number one. Who's number one in Joey's mind? Best college quarterback.
College. Matt Leinart. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't. They're not going to put Tebow on there, are they?
He was fourth.
Oh, yeah, he's up there.
I gotta say Leinart.
He wasn't top 10. I think he was like.
Oh, that's dumb.
I think he was like 12th or something. I can't remember. They have Baker Mayfield number one.
I completely have lost all faith in this list.
You were fine with you being ahead of Patrick Mahomes, but the Baker Mayfield is a bridge too far.
Well, it is a little weird.
It is.
I mean,
we all said the same thing.
Said
we were like,
whoa, that's a pretty controversial one.
Yep.
Getting clicks.
And by the way, I don't know if you've seen this, but Kenyon Sadiq ran a 4.39 today at the combine.
Oh, I heard. Oh, yeah. People talk.
Yeah.
People talk.
I feel like him and Sonny Styles kind of the talk. So I'm sure it's fun that you got a duck out there. He's probably not the story, that's Sonny Styles, but he's right behind him.
Yep. No, that's freak athlete status.
Yeah.
All right.
43.5-inch vert.
Have fun tonight and drink an old fashioned for us, okay?
I will. You have a good night.
All right, you too. Thanks, Joey. Live from Indy. Little combine insight. Although Carson Beck's ducking him. Carson Beck wants no part of Joey Harrington.
I don't think Carson Beck's a weird cat. But think about that. That guy has had his praised for years and years as millions of dollars. He does not strike me as an NFL guy. It's weird now. You're going to get guys like this that are really not NFL players, but they will come into the league if they're smart, set for life. And I just wonder what that does to the grind, because when you're a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick, normally there's that fight, kick, claw, scratch. Does Carson Beck have what it takes to do that when he is no one gives two S's about Carson Beck? And he will have to fight. I wonder what that does when you've got $8 million sitting in the bank.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Won't we? All right. Big Sook tells us how small is the world's smallest penis.
An expose.
Coming
years
up.
In the making.
We have audio here.
Well, I would hope so.
We have audio of the penis.
I'm right here.
Next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Big's Chicken. Try their smoked and fried wings, tossed with a perfect dry rub and served with a trio of killer sauces. Menu at bigschicken.com. First on the Fan, the NFL salary cap has exploded and topped $300 million for the first time ever, landed at $301.2 million for the upcoming season. That is a $22 million increase over last year, and the cap has increased 40% in the last 5 years. Big day for a couple Ducks at the NFL Combine. Ducks safety Dylan Thieneman ran a 4.36 40-yard dash, good enough for fourth right there by the DBs. And tight end Kenyon Sadiq ran a 4.39 40-yard dash and recorded a 43.5-inch vertical jump. The Power Four Conference commissioners are expected to join dozens of sports celebrities and dignitaries on March 6th at the White House in a roundtable discussion with President Trump about the future of college athletics. And they are calling it the College Sports Roundtable. Some of the headline celebrities include Tiger Woods, Nick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Tim Tebow, and many, many others. Atlanta Falcons, they have dismissed assistant defensive line coach LaTroy Lewis today after sexual assault allegations surfaced against him from when he was on Sharon Moore's staff at Michigan. According to the woman's attorney, Lewis raped and battered her client at a hotel, and then the woman informed then Michigan head coach Sharon Moore, who she knew personally, about the incident. According to her attorney, now Sharon Moore's attorney has come out and said that is false, and all these claims are false. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
My.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah. Toot, 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 toot. What does a giraffe sound?
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080. The Fan. Hoo-wee.
There you go. There's some sounds for you.
Yeah.
Tonight on the radio.
The two Rob laughs the other day, back to back. I thoroughly enjoy that one.
Two?
Yeah, we put two of those and we paired them back to back, right?
No, that's one.
Oh, I thought that was two that we smushed together.
It would sound good.
That was just one, though.
Yeah.
That would sound good on loop.
Yeah.
And also be very annoying.
You know,
it does have a Neil O'Shea sort of quality to it. You and Neil being best buddies. I would like to go to dinner with the three of us. I would enjoy that.
I saw him in a Lake O restaurant once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sidle up to him.
He stared me down.
He said, "What's up, bro?"
I wonder what he's doing now. Is he still here?
Go up and bro Neil. I don't know.
Bro.
I think he was trying to wait for his kids to finish out, right? Some kids.
Did they finish? It's been a while. I mean, the guy hasn't got another job or anything. Like,
no. Well, I think
sitting on a pile of money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they have to pay him? That's the beauty part when you get fired from one of those jobs. They just keep paying you.
It's a beaut. It's a beaut, Clark.
He's gonna pop up on Days of Our Lives or something. But no, I don't think he has another job. He's probably just being handsome somewhere. He's 61 now.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
He's like, screw it.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
No. Sitting on his back deck listening to Primetime.
I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Listening to his own drops.
Guys, move on. It's not breaking news, dude.
Proprietary.
With him yelling.
Yeah. Oh, Neil.
So I've got penis news here.
From Neil O'Shea to penis news.
This guy's name's Michael Phillips.
Okay.
And, he is saying that he has the world's smallest wiener.
You really want to be putting that out there?
Yeah, I don't get the bit here.
I watched, there was a documentary. Oh, God, that was years and years ago. But it was a guy who was talking about, he had a small penis. It wasn't like the world's smallest. He made a documentary about his small penis.
That is weird. Maybe it's cathartic in some way.
Yeah, he was like going around and he was trying to and he interviewed ex-girlfriends and like it was, yes, it was indeed a small penis. I think it was like 3.5 inches or something.
Oh, wait till you hear what Michael's packing.
So I don't think it was the world's smallest, but yeah, he said it was like a cathartic thing. Like this mission of discovery isn't a big deal, but the idea that you would you would choose to make a film about yourself, and you're like, hey, what do you want to focus on? Baby penis.
It's weird.
It's a bold move.
Well, it's weird too because this guy, it's like, well, maybe you can make some money off of it or something.
I guess,
like in some weird way.
Would you want to? Because you're not making a lot of money off a little documentary.
Well, he's asked about that, so I'm gonna play some audio for you.
Yeah.
This is not Suk. He comes in second. Although everybody, he's like, oh, I got the world's smallest penis. He's like, whip it out. Yeah, I'll show you. It's like, no, dude, we take your word for it. Okay? I'm sure you've got the title.
Speak for yourself.
It's okay. It's okay. Steven wants to challenge him.
It's like, prove it.
Dude, that'd be a great radio bit. Let's fly him in and have Steven challenge him live on the air. On the fan.
Well, radio wouldn't necessarily. That's more of a Howard Stern sort of thing.
Yeah, it's
back in the day, Howard Stern did have the smallest penis contest.
Yeah. That was a Stern thing. This document I was talking about was called My Penis and I.
You should make that.
Tries to find out why his small penis is such a big problem for him.
Huh. Oh, in other words, like it's not that big of a problem for him?
I think I remember seeing part of it and then being like, this is kind of dumb. But yes, it was always a bigger deal for other people
than it was for him.
No, flip that.
Oh.
It was always a bigger deal for him than it was other people. Like there was, if I remember correctly, there was a gal that he dated for a while and she said it ruined the relationship. Not his small penis. His obsession with it.
Huh.
She was like, it was fine. I didn't, I wasn't hung up about it. He was hung up about it. And all those years later, he thought she broke up with him because of his small penis.
Yeah.
And it was stuff like that.
Well, imagine the complex you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
You spend your whole life. Although in today's society, you can probably hide your tiny penis very well.
So he was interviewed on TMZ.
Okay.
And it's very uncomfortable.
And I saw you've said that you have the smallest penis in the world. Do you still believe that? And what makes you say that?
Basically, just like the research that I've done online. I welcome anybody to come out there and beat me.
No thanks.
Do you plan to enter in Guinness Book of World Records or anything like that?
I think I looked into it, and I'm not really sure if they give out records for that sort of thing.
Maybe you could be the first.
But I would.
And I saw ever since you've spoken out
What a
publicly,
personality.
of course, there's jokes, but some of the jokes are like, saying that maybe you should join OnlyFans because there is an interest about what exactly that looks like. Is OnlyFans something that you're considering?
No.
What's the reason that you wouldn't get on it?
I don't really think that there's a high market, and I wouldn't want to put myself out there like that and make $27.99.
But you're on TV.
You've said that you have a 0.38 inch penis. Just from your hand, can you kind of demonstrate like how big or how small that would be?
It's probably like the size of my fingernail.
And is that fully erect or is that flaccid?
God.
That's erect. Like when it's flaccid, it's smaller than that.
So uncomfortable.
No.
Yeah, 0.38.
That
can't be true.
Yeah.
Well, we have a tape measure here because we measured our arms yesterday.
What do we got?
Right, our arms. That's what we did.
Yeah. That's it?
There's no way.
So it's like a little button on a sweater.
There's no way. First off, let me just say it because I looked up the video clip. My man.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta.
It's a set. Look, it's not. I expected like
the penis is like the fourth biggest thing that he's.
I don't know what I expected, but he is certainly not making up for his small penis with personality.
Yes.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, he just. There's nothing about that guy.
And by the way, I think he would make a bunch of money on OnlyFans. Although I totally agree with his. It's his he says, I don't want to put myself out there like that. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
But dude, there is a market.
Sure.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a market for everything.
Steven would sign up.
Yeah.
$27.99. You kidding me?
I got my credit card out right now.
0.38. By the way, how do you like?
That's crazy. How do you even measure that?
Yeah. That's a whole. And I love how he's like, I don't want to put myself out there, dude. You're on national television. You're going on shows, which means you reached out. Like they didn't randomly reach out and be like, excuse me, do you have the world's smallest penis? And would you like to come on our show?
Cold calling people. Hey, how big is your penis? Oh, sorry, can't talk
This
to you.
dude's got an angle.
He also did his own research too.
Yes.
Intrigues me. Is he looking at pictures? Is he just Googling?
Well,
is he going to doctors? What is that
To be
research?
fair, if you had a fingernail penis, wouldn't you want to know if there was others? Like maybe, because clearly,
Like a comfort group.
I hate to say this, my man is probably on a scale somewhere, right? He's got something's going on. He didn't play sports. He didn't grow up. That guy's never been naked in a locker room in his life. He probably had to do are others like this? Like, and so you do some research and you find out, I've never seen one like this. Maybe that's why you have to do research.
Well, it's kind of sad.
I do feel bad for him.
I do too.
I do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the reason why he's single is not because of his 0.38 inch penis. There's other stuff going on.
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
And then
there
again,
weren't a lot of us in there. What are you talking about?
I shouldn't make fun of him because again, I feel like maybe he is on a spectrum somewhere.
Well, anyway,
fingernail.
That girl, she
was almost worse than he was.
Yes, she was.
Those
questions were so.
What do you want to do with it? Well, you're clearly carrying the interview with his one-word answers.
Yeah, I mean,
could you have done better with his micro penis?
No, I don't want that interview.
Maybe we should bring him on the program.
No,
I'm convinced it's a bit. He doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't have a. He doesn't have a micro penis.
Why else would he be on TMZ?
There's a bit. There's a full-on bit. Why would he go on TMZ and he says he's gonna either he does indeed have the world's smallest penis and he will be launching an OnlyFans soon. He's just building up some hype, or he's just doing bits.
I don't know, man.
That being said, poor bastard.
Totally.
It's one thing. It's one thing to have a small penis.
I just think I would. I just would never. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, you take it.
You'd just be an incel.
Well, you just take it to your grave.
Yeah, it's like.
You don't tell anybody until you start. If you found a girlfriend,
but I don't think I would.
And that's the thing from that documentary. That guy, he could never.
Exactly.
He would meet a girl, he would like her, and he would never let it go any further because he was afraid of the day you have to.
He was embarrassed.
Yeah, the day you have
to. Is once you get right before you get intimate, hey, just to warn you, it's a fingernail.
Yeah, when do you drop that on her? You can't.
It's when you sense you're gonna get some. You drop the fingernail line. Hey, it's as big as a fingernail, man. Just warned you.
Nothing kills the vibe more than that.
Better that than her seeing it and what is this?
I don't know what you do, man. That is a tough draw.
Well, that's
that is
a
16-1 draw.
Yeah,
bro.
You got to get good at other things.
I know from experience.
Yeah. That's
what I did right before. Oh, yeah, watch out for this.
You know what you do? You go find yourself a nice Christian gal that's waiting until marriage that loves you and is making a commitment to the Lord, and then at that point you're too far into it, right? It's the only way.
It's not a bad idea.
Exactly. You become really religious, and you find someone that's waiting. That's the only road. Because then if she really is pure, she won't really know the difference because it'll be the first one that she's seen.
That's huge.
Good call.
What you're talking about?
I didn't think these were this small, but
this is what it is.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It makes me sad.
I was convinced that that's why the Mormons didn't allow premarital sex. Because then you can tell the girl that's oh no, I'm packing serious heat. Never understood that.
That was the whole reason.
Well, it's just. I would meet people at college at BYU, and I was always fascinated by people that really claimed that they had never had sex before marriage. I don't know if I ever believed any of them, but some of them were really nice guys, and I would be like, "Are you serious?" Never. You've never seen one. She's never seen one. You both never have seen another person naked. And I just, none of that made any sense. And then it was like, well, if if neither one of you has anything to compare by, then you can pretty much make up whatever you want. Honey, this is enormous. Trust me. You're never going to find anything like this ever again.
All right. Coming up next, I have elevator shaft follow-up on the Fan.
Dirt and here.
Hey, did you see what SNL is going to do with the U.S. men's hockey team?
No, I did not.
What do you think they're going to do?
I did see Jack Hughes was on with Pat McAfee today, and it was pretty cool. He won $100,000. He brought out like a stick and a little ball, like a little, instead of the puck you play like street hockey, and they did one of those Dr. Pepper like cans that you throw, the footballs into. And he said, hey, $100,000 for your choice of your charity if you can do this. And Hughes did a little dangle and then just whipped one right in there. It was pretty slick. Yeah.
Does he have his teeth fixed yet?
No.
That's awesome.
He still got I think you leave that one.
Do you leave it?
Yeah.
Forever?
Well, he'll probably get a temporary replacement one, because when you're hockey, you'll probably get him knocked out again. And by the way, if that dude is at all thinking straight, there's only one move to do. And that is, you take your gold medal, you got to dig some of that in the back, like dig out like a scoop of your gold medal. You make the gold tooth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a baller move.
There is no more power move that a man could make. You could have a micro penis and it wouldn't matter. If you have a bald, your front tooth is the gold tooth from your gold medal with the golden gold.
Is that really gold though?
Yeah, they're real gold. I'm assuming you could chip off a piece of it, right? You wouldn't need that much because you could just like coat. It doesn't have to be a solid gold tooth. You could make like a gold cap to your tooth. But dude, that
would be cool.
It would be the most baller thing any athlete could possibly do. Someone shows you their Super Bowl ring, you're like, dude, gold medal tooth.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah. Hey, why does and then the best was like, hey, why does your gold medal have a hunk missing out of it? And then you just kind of give a little wry smile and you just kind of point at it. You're like, right there, baby.
So have you followed the heated rivalry talk?
Oh yeah.
So have you watched that show?
No, but my gal loved it.
Oh really? She watched it?
Yeah, she watched it and she said it was hot. She said
Dude,
it was hot.
Bro, did you watch any of it with her?
No, I have not seen it.
So everybody's been talking about this heated rivalry show.
Yeah. If you don't know,
And
it's on HBO and it's about two hockey players that are gay. And it's like
secretly.
Yeah.
And they're rivals.
Yeah.
But they
get it on.
They do it.
She said the sex scenes were like intense.
I watched the first. I was like, okay, everybody's talking about this. I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's like this huge phenomenon. Like everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Dude, that is objectively the worst show I have ever seen in my life.
Really?
And I'm not saying that just because it's nothing but butts and doing it.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah.
Like the first episode is just naked dudes.
Yeah.
And it's pretty steamy.
Sure.
If you like that kind of thing. But I was like, oh my God, like the dialogue and everything is really bad.
Well, that's what I thought about. So when Euphoria became a big deal and with like Sydney Sweeney, I was like, oh, I'll check it out because everyone said it was really good. It's not. It's a terrible show. It's just got nudity. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for nudity, but it's a terrible. If they didn't have nudity, the show would be over. And it sounds like what you're saying is if this show wasn't controversial with gay hockey players, it would never be a thing.
I mean, perhaps it gets better, but man, that first episode, you could tell that
they're relying heavily on
the
the shock value of it.
And I also think it's one of those things where a lot of pop culture media want to make it more than it is because it is pretty it's like pretty steamy.
Yeah.
I
say that all the time. When something has
they're like, oh, it's so groundbreaking.
Yes. When something is over the top sexualized, it usually means it's a crappy product, and they're using that to mask that it's a terrible show.
So, heated rivalry. One of the two hockey guys in heated rivalry, Connor Story, I think is his name.
The actor, or is that
the actor?
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the two guys in heated rivalry.
Okay.
Because there's two main characters that do it all the time. He's one of them.
Yeah.
He plays a Russian, and
I see him here.
He will be on SNL with
Jack Hughes,
Quinn Hughes.
Oh, the brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I bet you that's going to be pretty funny.
They're going to do a heated rivalry moment.
And that's what they should do.
They should. I'm hoping they do some sort of ambiguously gay duo, sort of thing.
I can't wait to see. I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in a while, and that pains me because I love SNL. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
I just kind of have lost touch with it.
Yeah.
But I know they're still doing some good stuff. I see their bits sometimes in, like YouTube or whatever.
Sure.
But this one, I'm going to seek out. I'm going to see what they do with that.
So the Connor Story guy is hosting, and then they're just going to have the Hughes
It just
brother
said Quinn Hughes was going to be there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would think it'd be Jack, because Quinn's the better player, but Jack's got the golden goal.
Yeah,
that's going to be pretty good.
I hope so.
Well, that's the only reason they're bringing him in, right? Like why?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Or so the heated rivalry guy is the host?
Yes,
oh,
he's
okay.
the host.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that all works.
Yes. So you're like, hey,
you got to do something with heated rivalry.
Yeah, you got to do something with heated rivalry, and what better way to do it than go get one of the Hughes brothers? Maybe if you got one of the Kachucks, but I don't think they would do it.
Yeah, they probably would pass.
I don't think the Kachucks are necessarily. Maybe they don't have the same sense of humor about that.
And then here's the elevator shaft follow-up. Now, yesterday we were talking about the golfer who did not see that there was no elevator when the door opened.
Yeah.
And he plummeted 3 stories.
Yeah.
To the hospital.
Multiple surgeries, serious condition, may never golf again.
So we were saying, look, I've never seen that where we were giving him kind of the benefit of the doubt because it's like, who looks when they're walking into when the door opens, you just walk in.
Sure.
Because it's It's just not a thing that happens.
It's not a terrible assumption to assume that when the elevator doors open, there is indeed an elevator there.
Right. So, Byron, one of our good listeners, Byron Masters, as he's so affectionately known,
yes,
he texted me today, and he said, and Byron's an African-American guy, and he said every black person knows this because it was an episode on Good Times.
Really?
And I went and looked at it. He sent me the clip. Yes, there's an episode of Good Times, and he said black people will always look for the elevator floor before they walk on the elevator because of this episode where little Larry, the boy in Good Times, is standing outside because the elevator was right outside there. Do you remember that show?
Yes, I remember Good Times.
Yeah, Good Times was great.
Yeah.
And I watched Good Times too. I don't remember this episode, but he said...
I'm currently Googling Good Times elevator.
Yeah, Good Times elevator shaft episode. And little Larry was about to step on an elevator and there was no car. And they warn him and they pull him back and it's this whole thing. But Byron said every black person remembers that episode and will never step on it.
Get right the hell out of town.
On an elevator without looking at the floor.
This guy was he was an Italian. So what we're saying is had this guy been a black guy, he wouldn't have fallen down the elevator shaft?
Well, possibly. Good Times taught, and I watch Good Times.
Is this going to be one of those, like, at the beginning they told you it was a very special episode to watch with your kids?
Never pull a Larry.
Yeah. The one I remember is, like, Different Strokes, like when Arnold was going to get molested by that bike shop owner. I remember, like, on some of those episodes, they'd be like, on a very special episode of Good Times, or a very special episode of Different Strokes, watch with your kids, and then they would deal with, like, a serious topic. And this serious topic was elevator shaft safety?
Well,
oh yeah, I see it right here.
I'm gonna send it to I'm gonna send this to Steven.
Oh yeah. He's getting
I don't know why I didn't do this.
Oh my God. And by the way, it's a bit of a ridiculous scene. The kid, the entire family is yelling at him not to get in the elevator, and he's got his back turned to the elevator and he's waving while walking backwards. Come on, Good Times.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's
be better.
Come on.
Now, did he fall down the shaft?
No, they saved him.
Because this one, it cuts away as a big cliffhanger.
No, they saved him. Here, I'll send it to Steven.
Would have been kind of cool had he fallen down the elevator shaft.
We'll play it. Wow.
Someone said, who the hell taught Larry the proper way to walk into an elevator was backwards? It's a valid point. You never walk into an elevator backwards. Of all the things that you don't do backwards, I would think that elevator entering is like top of the list.
And Larry, by the way, was deaf.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I think it was like a famous episode, I guess, where everybody's like, oh my God, so groundbreaking and moving.
That was done. All right.
Yeah.
But JJ wasn't involved in it?
It was a two-parter even.
Well, I say that was the cliffhanger part.
Yeah, JJ was in it. He's always in it. Like, JJ made that show.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see him in the scene, necessarily.
No, he wasn't in that scene.
Yeah. But the dad of Good Times, that guy was in everything. He died recently.
Did he?
Yeah, I forget what his name was, but that guy was like a great character actor. He was in everything.
All right, I'm going to see if I can find this. We're going to play it. We're going to learn something.
It was the owner of McDowell's in Coming to America.
I have it right here if you want the Good Times.
Yeah. See what we got.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, you saved his life.
Yeah, man, you really did. You okay, man?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good. I'm going to go talk to Bookman about this elevator. If he doesn't do something about it, I'm going to tear the butt off that buffalo.
Buffalo. Oh, I like that.
Don't you know you could have gotten yourself killed backing up like that? You heard me calling you, didn't you, boy? Well, didn't you?
Yeah, but you were all yelling at the same time. I couldn't figure out what you were saying.
Figure out? You had to figure out what we were saying? Oh, my God. Believe me, Mrs. Baker. It's his hearing. This child needs medical attention, and he needs it right now.
This was a special
because the
episode.
next time might be too late.
How about that twist?
All right. But where do I take him to find out about these kind of things? Don't you have a family doctor? Yeah, the free clinic.
That was a very special episode of Good Times.
It taught a lot of people.
It did. About deafness and hearing loss.
About elevators and hearing loss.
Seriously though, you should never walk into an elevator backwards. Like I'd say don't walk into an elevator backwards. Also, don't walk down an escalator backwards. It's just not a good idea.
Dumb kid.
It's stupid.
I forgot about Bookman. Bookman was he played the engineer guy.
Yeah.
Or the
well, he's about to tear.
What do you call it?
He's about to the building super, right? Yeah, the guy, the handyman.
He was like the handyman guy.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Plus, he was gonna tear him. What was the buffalo?
Buffalo.
Tear that buffalo.
Tear that buffalo. What did he say?
I love that. I love that. That was like back. They'd hit you with a good jive turkey or something. It's good times.
Literally the name of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Amos was his name.
Yeah, John Amos
He
was
just passed.
Yeah, he just passed.
Is JJ still with us? Do we still have JJ in our lives?
You haven't
seen much. Jimmy Walker, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Walker was JJ. He's 78 years old.
Wow. You don't see much of him.
No. Still hanging around though.
I bet you he just gets, it's probably hard to be a guy like that.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants you to say dynamite.
Yeah, and I wonder too if because he really didn't do a lot. I think other than that, I mean, he was basically that was his whole career, and I don't know if he was ever bitter about it or what. Like I'm looking through, I don't really think he did anything after that. He was in 2011 Super Shark. He was in stuff like that. Apparently he was in Home Alone. I don't remember that.
All right, finally some common sense in the skies. That's next, but first, Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the NFL has released its salary cap for next season and is going to top over $300 million, $301.2 million to be exact. That is the new salary cap for 2026. It is a $22 million increase over last season, and it's been a 40% increase in just the last 5 seasons. Big day at the Combine for a couple of Oregon Ducks. Duck safety Dylan Thieneman ran a 4.36 40-yard dash, and tight end Kenyon Sadiq, he ran a 4.39 40-yard dash. Second fastest ever for a tight end behind Vernon Davis, and he also had a 43.5-inch vertical leap. Atlanta Falcons, they have dismissed assistant defensive line coach LaTroy Lewis after sexual assault allegations surfaced against him from when he was on the Sharon Moore staff at Michigan. According to the woman's attorney, Lewis raped and battered her client at a hotel, and then the woman then informed Michigan head coach Sharon Moore, who she knew personally about the incident, according to her attorney. Now, Moore's attorney has come out and is claiming Moore did nothing wrong, saying that all of these claims are indeed false. Power 4 conference commissioners are expected to join dozens of sports celebrities and dignitaries on March 6th at the White House in a roundtable discussion with President Donald Trump about the future of college athletics. They're calling it the College Sports Roundtable. Some of the headline names include Tiger Woods, Nick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Tim Tebow, many other athletes. Heat say All-Star wing Norman Powell, he'll be week to week after an MRI confirmed a grade 1 right groin strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Your home for have you from here.
Well, as you know, I am a proponent of common sense when it comes to trouble in our skies on airplanes.
You say common sense. Others would say dangerously neglectful, but, you know.
That's not true.
Well, I think it is true.
Look, they have a lot of...
I think there's a federal agency that would disagree.
Yeah, they have a lot of federal guidelines that I get why they're in place. It's just that they're so rigid.
That's
you never have common sense. It's like, you know what, the situation...
We were just having this conversation. When I was down in Bend snowmobiling, my buddy, his kid is in pilot school right now. He's got his private pilot's license, but you got to do all this stuff. He's trying to get hired by like Alaska Airlines. So he's like a year and a half or 2 years into becoming a pilot. He says he's got several more years to go before you can be a commercial pilot. So he can fly you, but he can't fly you for money, which I think is interesting. And so I was asking him about that. I was like, wait, so you could fly us all? He goes, yeah. But if you charged me money, he goes, oh yeah, I'd get my license revoked. So we were going through this, and he said, we just had this discussion because I brought up your propensity to be like, this is ridiculous. And he said, the reason why all that stuff is because everything is life and death. And so he said, all pre-flight, all that stuff, all becoming a pilot is nothing but just check and recheck and check and recheck and buy the book, buy the book, buy the book. Everything is so repetitive and mundane because there is no wiggle room for anything. And that's why, by the way, people don't die in the skies.
You know, I get all that. But listen, sometimes...
No, there is no
Yeah,
sometimes.
no, there are. There absolutely are. And you know there are. It's just that they have to follow protocol, and I get why.
Otherwise, people die.
Really? No, they're not going to die. They're just not. Like, what they do is they turn around because some guy was unruly, and they shouldn't turn around. They should not inconvenience 200 other people just because some guy was unruly. Go to the destination and then arrest them.
But the problem you have is like when you
listen, you're not going to convince me.
No,
okay?
but he said nothing in aviation is is up to anyone's judgment, because if it was,
great,
some dip-ass would make a judgment call and then the plane goes into the side of the mountain.
Great, put me in charge. It will change. Okay, so they finally did it. A woman previously convicted of sidestepping security and airline agents to board a flight to Paris without a ticket has been detained in Milan. Now, this is Svetlana Dali.
Okay.
She is
hot? She sounds like a hot.
Not at all. Oh. She is not even remotely.
Svetlana is a good name, though.
Svetlana Dali sounds...
She is Russian.
She sounds like a hot.
My initial thought was with you.
Right? I was like, oh, it's this guy.
She lives in New York.
She could get away with it because she's hot.
She lives in New York, and she is someone who has been caught. And there's video of her. It's really amazing. Like, she has balls of steel.
Yeah.
She just gets in the queue and walks through to onto the jetway and onto the plane and sits down. It's unbelievable. They caught her one other time going to Paris. Well, she's been caught again, where she was boarding a flight in, I think, Newark, and they figured out mid-flight that she didn't have a ticket. I don't know how, but they caught her, and they knew who she was because she's famous. Everybody's written about her now by now. And guess what they did?
What'd they do?
They flew to Milan. They kept going.
They
did not they did not inconvenience the rest of the people on the flight.
Well,
and they arrested her in Milan.
That is a difference between having a stowaway on the airplane and
this is what I'm
having
saying.
A backed up toilet.
Exactly. Well, the backed up toilet, I don't know. I think maybe I'd keep going.
How did they find out that?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
There is a manifest, but do they check that? Like, again, according to the airlines, everything is checked and double checked, because I think they do have to have a head count and all that. So, because I've wondered this, I've talked about if you've ever flown like in the Caribbean, if you've ever gone down to any of the islands, whether like, and I guess that's not it, but like if you go down to Belize, you go to St. Croix, any of that stuff, the airports there are weird because you go through security and then there's no jetways, so they scan your ticket. And then you walk out onto the tarmac, and there's like 4 or 5 airplanes there, and no one checks after that. You just walk out, and there's a little, like, if you're in row 1, there's a little line that you follow, and it's to that plane. But once you walk out of there, like, you can get in any line you want. And I've often thought about, would it be kind of fun if you don't have any bags, scan your ticket, and then just be like, you know what? I'm not getting on plane one. And if they said, like, because they wouldn't arrest, like, even if they arrested me, I'd be like, I got confused. I'm telling you, I've done this a handful of times. No one checks. You walk down the road, you get on the thing. It's not like the United States.
What about, if you go in smaller planes, that's a thing.
But those are big planes. I mean, that's a plane like you're taking that to Atlanta or to Houston and then you connect. But their airports are just not.
Fly to Salina sometime. They pretty much don't care.
Yeah.
They're just like, are you supposed to go to Salina?
See,
like,
the problem
like,
is,
all right, go ahead and hop on.
Yeah, the problem is this bitch tried to go to Paris. You can't go to Paris.
No, she was going to Milan.
Milan.
Like, she got caught going to Paris the first time.
Paris and Milan, they'll catch you. If you're flying to Salina, Kansas, no one cares. They're like,
they don't care.
You want to go?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're just like, do you have a ticket? No. Oh, it's all right. Go ahead. There's plenty of seats.
I kind of now want to, like.
What about plane roulette? Is that a thing? Like, what if so let's say by your scenario.
Because that's different, because I have a ticket. She did not.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Going to
here's a scenario, and you just want to go somewhere.
Yes.
And the airport says, okay, go through that door. And when you go through that door, you get one of those breezeways where you've got 5 planes sitting there, and you just pick one.
I'm in.
I'm down with that too.
100%.
You have no idea where they're going.
No.
And you just hop on.
Yeah.
And then you just make the best of your destination.
I'm not kidding. We've done this a handful of times where it's like we debate, like, could you really do this? And it's always like, would you get in trouble and you got to go back to work? But I really think at those island airports, it would be really, really easy to do, and I think it'd be fun. You're waiting for the guy to come on and tell you, like, where,
What if he doesn't, like? Let's say they don't tell you.
Yeah, you're just like,
and you just have to look out the window and try to figure it out.
Figure out where we're at. I don't know. I think we're going east. I think that would be awesome.
I do too.
And you know what? If airlines had any balls, they should do like secret fares. You know, like you do this sometimes. Have you ever heard of like cricket shirts? You ever seen that?
No.
It's a company. I think it's called Cricket. It's either cricket or croquet. Might be croquet. They make like golf gear and stuff. And they have a thing where their stuff is kind of spendy, but they had one over like the holidays where it was, you get 3, like their items are pretty expensive. And so you got 3 items, you pick your size, and they just ship them to you. No returns, no exchanges. This is what you get. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take some whimsy on this. Give me 3 items. And basically you got 3 items for the price of 1. Like, send it to me. That's what airlines should do. 1/3 of the cost of the ticket. So an international ticket's usually about $1,000. Slash that son of a bitch down to like $375, maybe $450, and you don't know where you go.
Yeah.
You have to buy the ticket, and once you buy it, you just, hey, this is where you're going.
Until you land in Yemen.
Well, within reason.
What do you mean within reason? They can send you wherever they want.
Well, no one flies to Yemen. I think that's a war zone right now.
Okay.
You're not going to Ukraine.
Well, what would be the worst? Like, let's say it is within reason.
Yeah.
What would really disappoint you? Like, for me, it'd be anywhere in India.
Yeah, that would suck.
I'm not interested.
Yeah. That may be the winner.
I mean, maybe parts of India, but
oh no.
I don't know.
Yeah. The BTJ's brother lives in India right now. You don't want to go there. It might be India. Parts of Africa could be rough. Yeah. Like, what if you ended up, although, you ended up in like Kenya or something. You could go on a cool safari.
What if they flew you to Medford?
Well, I'm guessing, that's the thing is, would you rather run the risk international or would you run the risk United States?
Well, I think the U.S. one would be a blast. Like, that I wouldn't worry about at all.
Yeah.
The international one, I'd be like, I hope,
Yeah, what if you end up at some just absolute S-hole? Or it's
in the U.S.?
No. Like internationally.
Yeah.
Or what if you end up on a 20-hour flight somewhere internationally and you still end up in a crap hole? That's like going to India. It's a long flight.
What if you then had to hop? You had to play plane roulette again to get out of there.
See where you're at.
Like, oh no.
I just think that'd be a fun thing. Airlines would never do it, but I would, for a vacation, I would 100% do that. Like, and just be like, hey, let's find out where we're going. Like, you pack your bag. And you're like, oh, we pack light anyways. You're going to go for 4 or 5 days. Let's do it. Sign me up.
All right, we got to wrap it up next on The Fan. Hey, it's your window daddy.
Are you scatting right now?
Are we on the air? That wasn't a very good scat,
No,
but
it was not.
Scooby-Doo.
Well, I don't know if I can scat anyways, but in my current nasal snotty condition, I should not be scooting.
I don't know if that's good.
I am not the songbird of a generation. Maybe a nice yodel, if you will.
Can you yodel?
Again, maybe at a different time.
Maybe later tonight.
The throat,
after a couple drinks.
Yeah. The throat's a little sore right now after this, so
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
What we do is hard.
Yeah.
Playing hurt.
We do a little yodel.
That's not bad.
The
It's not
hills
great
are
either.
alive with the sound of rock. I don't know who yodels.
I would not say that. I wouldn't say it either.
Maybe that Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah, I don't know who yodels.
I don't know.
Seems like an outdated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like are all the young yodelers? There's no more young yodelers anymore.
I think they have yodeling contests.
Yeah. That seems like a real hipster sort of thing to do, It's like what are the mountain clogger dancing sort of folks, I feel
So
like
the
that
Swiss still teach.
I would assume so.
I assume it's a big part of their culture.
Yeah.
but-
Like what is that Matterhorn thing they're blowing into, the Ricola. Is it sad that all I know about the Swiss is based on like the Sound of Music and Ricola commercials? Maybe a Swiss
I think that speaks for about 85% of Americans.
Don't forget the Price is Right.
Yeah. The Yodelay, the little mountain climber.
Little climber.
Yeah. I feel like one of these days I'm going to go to Switzerland and realize that I'm like, oh my God. I'm so sorry.
I think it'd be great to
stereotypes
to listen to the Swiss version of our show and see what they say about the U.S. Well, that's all I know about the U.S. is,
whenever because I do ask
micro
that.
penises and
Yeah. Well, I always when I travel, I like to go out to local bars and I do ask people like what their impressions are, and there are common themes. Everyone thinks that everyone has a gun. That is a very real thing.
Wait, they don't?
I don't think so. They truly think that it's like Wyatt Earp, that everyone has a gun on them at all times. And I'm like, no, that's mainly just Texas. So they think that everyone has a gun, and they also think that everyone is way richer than they are.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, the people that they meet are all wealthy people that are traveling. And then you're like, yeah, no. I said
yeah, come over sometime.
It's not the way.
Take you a few places.
That's not the way it works. No, we got guns and we got money, and also they think the church thing is a little weird too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
They're not wrong about that.
Get very uppity about some of that stuff.
Well, everybody have a great weekend. What are we doing this weekend? Everybody, I know what Steven's doing.
What?
Basketball tournaments all week, man. Coach
Kid
Vaughn has
basketball.
a thing too. It's a lot of me and the kids.
I think I would just die.
Wow. A ringing endorsement from Sucanic for your life.
I couldn't do it. Just end it. I don't know. I'm gonna go drink and try to. I think the key to kicking this coal is gonna be
Did it get
copious
you?
amounts
Yeah.
of Irish whiskey.
I like it. It's a good plan.
Yeah. See what I do.
We return Monday. Everybody have a great weekend. We return Monday, 3 to 7 on the weekend.